russellpools.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Russell Pool Company makes backyard transformations seamless.
From design and construction, maintenance, and service, they handle it all. So your pool, spa, kitchen, and cabana come together perfectly.
Build it all at once or in phases to fit your lifestyle. Discover more at russellpools.com.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge. Santa's Little Helpers, Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn, are taking over Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota. Tune in for some naughty and nice sports talk this Christmas season. Live from Raising Cane's studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo!
Yeah.
There we go. Woo.
Saturday.
Welcome in,
High school
OTB. Whoa, that sounded weird. Well, this Wednesday morning, live from the Raising Cane studio, Jake, Flynn, Alondra, and Cassie here with you. And it is signing day, the early signing day, which is now turned into National Signing Day, even if they don't want to call it that. That's what it is. Have a bulk of the class signed today. I'm not going to waste much time. In about 15 minutes from now, Shea Dixon is going to join us to break it all down.
Excited about that. Because I think you'd want to hear it from Shea, not maybe from us.
It's true.
Yeah.
That is really true.
We're going to be following it this morning. But full disclosure, Shea's probably going to say a lot of different names that, we certainly hadn't heard of. But excited about it.
But we're going to.
Excited for all these future and about to be current LSU Tigers.
That's right. Got a couple of flips here, flips there. You got some Louisiana players that are delaying their signing. Doesn't mean they're decommitting, but they are delaying signing. Not going to do it in the early signing period, but going to wait until February. And we'll get to all of that with Shea. Again, in less than 15 minutes from now, we'll have Shea Dixon on. Of course, it is Wednesday, so Kim Mulkey will join us as well. A lot to get to here on this Wednesday morning, but as we often do, we go around the room and we get a vibe check here in the opening segment. Matthew, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. What a chilly evening, chilly morning. Really been enjoying these cold nights. Been burning a lot of fires in the house. We got like a real wood-burning fireplace.
Oh, good for you.
Giving it a workout, man.
Yeah.
I love it. Got my got a cord of firewood dropped off about 2 weeks ago.
Couldn't cut your own?
I do cut my own. We do split some, but like
I feel like you have
like
a lot
once
of
it gets
trees,
cold,
probably.
like if it gets below like 60, 55, my family loves a fire.
Yeah.
Like we're burning wood.
Yeah.
So I gotta supplement what I do, but I like to get a little workout in, go cut some logs and split them.
You wear a vest when you do it?
Oh, well, you know it, obviously.
A little flannel?
No
I
doubt.
do.
No
I
doubt.
do have a flannel. I do have some wood chopping pants. Put on the old boots. Also like to make my own kindling too. I got this. My wife gave me a little kindling like splitter.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago for Christmas. Get the little chunks and it just makes it perfect. And it's not one of them fireplaces where you got to cheat, where you get like the gas strip at the bottom and you get the gas starter. No. We're starting straight from sticks, buddy.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Like real man. I grunt when I do it. Older house, didn't have the gas.
Yep. A lot of people have fire starting pants or no firewood
Retardant.
Wood chopping.
Pants?
wood chopping pants.
Oh.
Sorry, wood chopping.
Yep.
I'm like fire retardant.
Yeah,
pants.
you probably have some of those too.
Yeah.
Can't have money.
No.
Also have painting pants, but I don't ever paint. But I have some just in case. You ever have that pants? You're like you're purging your closet, and you're like, man, like this shirt fits. I've had it a long time. I don't wear it a lot, but like, man, if I paint one day, I could use this.
No,
No one's ever had that thought.
no. especially if you don't paint.
But you could, like, there's so many things as an adult that, and with YouTube these days, there's so many things that you don't currently do, but you can easily learn to do them in a DIY situation. And I know you know all about that.
Yeah.
I saw you plastering a fireplace.
Yeah. We do a lot of
Any plaster pants?
No, just old ones probably.
Just old ones.
Yeah.
Probably the same thing as a paint pant.
Probably so, yeah. Yeah, we just don't have specific ones. That's a
Yep.
different tax bracket. Anyways, Alondra, how you doing this morning?
It's just simply too cold to function.
Oh,
and
come on.
It's not a good time, so I don't know. I'm not doing well just because of how cold it is. Other than that, vibes are great.
All right. All right, Cassie? She knew I was going to ask her, and she didn't like it.
I know.
I mean, it's early. I don't do well in the morning.
So pretty bad, Jake.
I mean,
So-
it's not terrible. I'm struggling to keep my eyes awake.
Yeah.
I don't like the cold. It's
Early and it's cold.
So this is the opposite of utopia for you.
yes.
Okay. All right.
It's early and it's
Struggling
cold.
behind the glass back here.
It's fair enough.
Hester's making me talk.
Hour 9.
It's before 10 a.m. If you're going to pull this crap, at least you could have said you're from the Yankees. What movie?
Major League.
Yes. Thank you, Alondra. This guy over here.
Oh, obviously I knew it.
It's the opening scene.
Do you even
Jake
wild
Taylor,
thing?
when he answers the phone.
Yeah, I know, bro.
He's drunk in Mexico.
I got it.
Okay.
Can't say that word before 8.
Can't say drunk?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, all right.
This weather's drunk.
Do I?
The weather's drunk.
Okay, yeah.
Is it,
I
though? It's
like
not that
it.
bad. It's great.
I do like it.
35.
Yeah.
It's too cold.
Why not? I mean, it's just you get a couple days a year. Embrace it.
It's been like 3 days that it's been like this.
Okay. More
So
than a couple.
that would be a few.
A few.
We've been over this.
All right. So once we do get to Shea, obviously some of your top recruits have delayed, at least that's the report, delayed their signing from today until February. There's a lot swirling out there. And again, Shea's going to have the latest on this, that some of the recruits are just going to wait because they're wondering what the staff is going to look like.
Yep.
At LSU. Is Frank Wilson going to be on the staff? Is Blake Baker going to be on the staff? And Blake Baker, of course, we told you he interviewed on Monday for the Tulane head coaching job, the place where he played linebacker, so it makes all the sense in the world. Now, we tried to tell y'all, I mean, Tulane, I think you really need to stay away from this guy.
Yep. Ooh.
Red flags everywhere, Tulane. Don't hire Blake Baker.
Yeah. Doesn't even like children.
So I guess it, like, I do understand, like, if you've had this relationship with this person, you do want to step back and you want to take a look at it and see what is what, because obviously these guys weren't going to be early enrollees. I know Lamar Brown wasn't going to be, and so you want to kind of look at the situation. But we always talk about, you want to commit to a coach and sign with a coach. You do. I understand that. Like, we've talked about that. But at the end of the day, like, the school is the one thing that's going to be there. Like, coaching, you just never know. Like, I thought when I signed with Coach Saban, he'd be there all 4 years. He was there for about 8 months.
I think whether you're a high school kid signing your letter of intent to a college, directly out of high school, or in this day and age, if you're someone in the transfer portal, I think – and this is going to change from person to person, situation to situation, but I think the biggest reason why you do make that decision is for a coach. Now, there's certainly a system. There's a plan for you. There's an opportunity that you like at that certain school within an offense or a defense, or a depth chart that you think is going to be there for yourself. Certainly, you respect the school and the conference and everything about that. But I think, like, if you're putting a pie chart together, the biggest slice of that pie is going to be coach. Of all, like, if you're looking at the attributes and the positive reasons why I'm going there. And usually I think that's going to be the biggest slice of that pie. Yeah. Is going to be the coach. So when a coach, there's some fluctuation. Now, the kid from U-High, it might not be. But I think the majority of people, the biggest slice is going to be the coach. So when that changes, of course, there's going to be some people like, and let's put our shoes. Like, let's put ourselves in their shoes right now. Like if I'm sitting in high school right now,
Yeah.
and I've been committed to LSU or whoever, wherever,
Yeah.
and 2 days before a new head coach gets hired, and all of a sudden the guy that was recruiting me, like let's just say like when Jimbo Fisher was recruiting me, if I didn't know Jimbo was going to be there, I'd be like, hold up.
Yeah.
I don't have to sign now.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead and wait. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it all unfolds. Now, where I'm going to have to be educated, and I'm assuming a lot of our listeners might have to be educated throughout this show on different things, is like, okay, well, if you wait, does that mean you can't enroll early?
Yes.
So
I mean, basically, there is a way to get around it, but no, I mean, you need to, if you're enrolling early, you need to sign today.
This signing period is what?
Next
Is
couple
it
days.
3 days?
Yes.
So it's 3 days. So you got 3 days. So, I mean, nothing to say that some of these guys that say they're going to be waiting can't sign on Friday, right?
If there's more clarity in the staff.
Sure. Which you would think Tulane's going to probably try to move fairly quickly.
Oh, yeah.
So I think from the Blake Baker standpoint, that would certainly happen.
And then, like, right now, if you're a defensive player, there's no defensive staff. Like, offensively, you have pieces in place.
Yep.
Now, not in the totality. There's still some position groups.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
right now, as a
Blake's the
running
domino.
back, there's not a for sure direction in the running back situation.
Yep.
Is it going to be Frank Wilson? Are you retaining him? Is it going to be Kevin Smith, who we talked about? I don't remember if that was on or off air the other day because he's our draft class, so we were talking about it. Is he going to come over from Ole Miss? Like, if I'm a running back, like, I'm not saying I'm signing with the coach, but I'd like to know who that is
Right.
before I sign, if I am, in fact, going to be somebody that enrolls in the summertime. So you got a couple days to get some clarity here, and I'm not speaking in absolute saying they're not going to sign in the early signing period, but it doesn't sound like they're going to sign today.
And that's the thing, like you said, the offense, there's pieces in place. You know it's going to be a solidified good offense. You know, like a recruit's going to know exactly what that offense is going to look like. I'm sure if you're a recruit at LSU, you were probably already talking to Lane at some point about Ole Miss.
Well, I mean, he's got, what, 3 people that have flipped from Ole Miss to LSU?
But like, if you're on a defensive side of the ball, it's like, all right, Blake Baker is like the main, like the keystone of all of this decision making. Like, that's the piece I need to know. And I love LSU, still want to go, but I still need to know, like, if it's not Blake, who is it? Might love that guy too.
Yeah,
you know,
I might already have a relationship with that guy in recruiting.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing for LSU fans is just kind of like remember is just because they're not signing now doesn't mean they're necessarily decommitting. So we'll see. And then the other big situation is going to be Frank and everything. So rumors are a swirling.
That they are, and that's why we're bringing in the big guns in the next segment. Shea Dixon on 3 Sports is going to join us when we come back here. It is OTB live from the
Off the bench.
Go for dose.
Oh yeah. If you're in high school, you can't.
That's true.
Can't
Unless
do
you
it.
went to
You can't
Evangel,
celebrate.
then you might be of age.
You're a sophomore at Evangel.
Now is a great time, as always, to go for dose. I think the Thanksgiving / Christmas / New Year's time, it's a time, hanging out. Got family in town, not maybe working as much. You got a couple more days off, and you're relaxing at the house, watching a little football with some good grub. Well, kick your feet up, and when you're at home enjoying that free time, it's always a great time to go for dose.
That's right. Let's make this holiday season a Dos Equis holiday season. Well, it's the time of year where we got to watch some made-for-TV movies, Christmas movies, maybe some old classics, but you got to watch commercials every 8 minutes, whatever it is. Make sure you're going for Dos and drinking Dos Equis. That cold, delicious Mexican lager. Get it. Dos Equis.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Let's go to our guy now, Shea Dixon, On 3 Sports. Bengal Tiger On 3 is the handle to follow along all day long. Shea, what's going on, brother? How we doing?
Doing well. I'm actually was having some breakfast with my parents. I'm sitting in their living room. They got the big screen on you guys, and we paused it, and now we're here.
Absolutely. Shout out to the parentals there. We appreciate it.
Well, they're about to see a beautiful picture of you.
Yeah,
they
baby
are.
boy. They sure are. We appreciate the time, Shea. Obviously today, incredibly busy day for you. So a lot to get into, but just kind of overall thoughts with the coaching change, with the Lane Kiffin hire, with a class that was really still held together and looked really, really strong. I know here at the finish line there's a couple of things to get to, which we will, but just overall thoughts right now where LSU is on this class.
It was one of the more hectic Tuesdays, or I guess the more hectic eve before a signing period or signing day that we've seen. And it's just, I think in large part because the calendar. I mean, you end a regular season, you sign a head coach, and a few days later you have to put together a recruiting class. And on top of that, the Orgeron era, that shift, there wasn't a lot of wholesale change. When Brian Kelly got here, it was a small class, and it was almost all Louisiana guys. And remember, it was in mid-December, so there was like 3 weeks for guys to either, part ways or add or stick. And really all we talked about was Bryce Underwood through that stretch and how he had gone to Michigan. So this felt a bit different because Lane came in and said, hey, look, these guys don't fit kind of what we're doing, parted ways. He took some commits. He added 2 commits from Ole Miss. He's going to add a third today, I believe. And really the heavy set part of it was the wide receivers. And I think that when you look at it, they'll ultimately probably end up with the same range of receivers, total, probably 4 of them. But it seems that he said, hey, look, I think these 2 guys fit my scheme a little better, and made the move. And really that's kind of the cost of doing business at kind of crunch time here when you hire a head coach and a few days later you expect him to identify the roster needs, look at the class, and decide from there kind of how to build.
Yeah, Shea, so what's so intriguing to me is so LSU has commitment list that they have. They've been working on for, I'm sure, years on a lot of the guys that are committed and were ready to sign with LSU. Of course, that's not Lane Kiffin's guys. That's not his list that he's been working on. But I assume that there's a lot of like crossover guys that Lane was committing and trying to get committed to Ole Miss this whole time. What kind of are you seeing a lot of guys that are committed to LSU that are expected to potentially sign that do, probably have a relationship from the recruiting process with Lane?
Yeah, there's a handful. And really, the head coaches, it's tough to be the person who recruits everywhere. So Pete Golding was the guy who really was all over Louisiana and had a relationship with a lot of these guys. And he's obviously now the permanent head coach at Ole Miss. But I thought the notable thing there was that a lot of the top guys in the state beyond Blaine Bradford, who's going to Ohio State, didn't leave. And you went through a whole coaching change and didn't really have any turnover. I mean, I think they had one decommit, maybe two, in that whole stretch of a month plus. And then you land on Lane, and here we are. We're beyond kind of the attrition that happened yesterday with the new coaching staff going over how they felt like today should go. There hasn't been any movement. So, yeah, there's flips. Yeah, there's guys thinking about waiting, but there wasn't this wholesale kind of drop-off of the class, which is most notably of all the firings was Penn State. Almost all of their class got gutted, and they still don't have a head coach. So if you're LSU, you're sitting pretty right now. If you consider Lane to have been target number one, you got him. You didn't have to wait past the early signing period. You didn't have to do any of the playoff debate. Do we go into the portal era and not have a head coach? And now you're kind of grooving right through, which is an easy class to manage, I think, with 15 guys in it right now.
All right, so Shea, you briefly mentioned it there. You two big five-star defensive tackles, they are going to delay their signing. At least that is the report. And maybe if there's clarity over the next day and a half with the staff, maybe that changes. But what is the latest with your two prized defensive tackles?
Yeah, so here last night, I guess it was, and it had sort of been brewing, both of them through their representation, both Lamar Brown and Richard Anderson. And Anderson is the number one D lineman in America coming out of Carr, and Lamar Brown here at U High on campus, at LSU, is the number one athlete, and not often is whatever he is, 6'5", 285, the number one athlete in the country. He's also the number one overall prospect in the country, and we haven't talked about that enough. But they both said they were going to delay things just to feel out, hey, who's on this staff? Right. And they're both D linemen, so there's a lot going on with Blake Baker. They're both close with Frank Wilson, so there's questions there. But from kind of digging through the night, I can tell you all that late last night, Lane Kiffin, Blake Baker, a number of other people, Bryce Brown, the head coach of Van Carr, all had discussions, and I believe the exact quote I can give you is through his agent, that they feel a lot better about the situation, a lot more clarity, and now there is a chance he does sign. So I had a little bit more skepticism about Anderson and maybe when he would sign than I do with Lamar Brown, but I thought that both would end up at LSU, and this is a 3-day window here, so Wednesday to Friday, you could sign any of those days. I wouldn't be shocked at all if both of those guys signed today.
Shea, have you seen the most, indecision? Rightfully so. Like Lane comes in and he solidifies the offensive side, right? So is the most indecision coming on the defensive side of the ball?
It is, and that's where your most notable, your two highest ranked players, or your two 5-stars that are D linemen on that side of the ball. So obviously it takes a lot of the focus. But the only other guy who is saying that I'm not sure if I'm signing today or not is Haven Finney. He's their highest ranked corner coming out of California. And his dad's been very straightforward for months, long before Brian Kelly was fired. And through it, it was, if Corey Raymond's there, my son's going there because he wants to be developed by Corey Raymond. If Corey Raymond is not there, we are going to need to rethink things. But he's remained committed, and they said they may take a day or two to kind of go over things, but I get the sense that Lane and the staff behind closed doors are having to come up with some answers, or at least to make guys, parents feel a little bit better about where things stand. And he's another who says he may wait till later. I won't be surprised at all if he just goes ahead and does it this week, given he's a California kid who's remained committed to LSU for a year almost, and that doesn't happen often.
Shea, educate me, because I don't follow a lot of the recruiting. So if they decide not to sign in this early signing period and they wait until the second, does that mean they cannot enroll early at the university?
That is correct. So guys who are early enrollees are obviously a bit more pressed to go ahead and make that decision now. And if you're not an early enrollee, meaning you're going to stay in high school through the spring semester, it's not that big of a deal. You could wait till February if you knew that you had a spot. You knew that from rev share to NIL to everything, the pitch, the playing time, if it was all the same, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. You're not going to lose your spot. But I think they'll get the bulk of it done here. And then they'll fill up in the portal, and that's obviously Lane's bread and butter. And then, as upset as it makes me, the Bayou Bash and drinking beer at 4 a.m. is no longer. And I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't sign anybody in February. I think the last kid who signed in February might have been Dominic McKinley, and it was only because Acadiana does like the whole school together there with multiple sports. And so I think he did like a de facto December one and then did a real one with the school in February. But yes, for the guys who want to be early enrollees, you would have to sign in these next 3 days.
Catching up with our guy Shea Dixon here on OTB. Shea, you mentioned Corey Raymond there, and obviously we think the world of Corey Raymond. I mean, he was a GA when Flynn and I were playing for LSU. I mean, he is LSU through and through. He played for LSU. We know all that. Founder of DBU, the whole deal. I know he put out a tweet yesterday, kind of like the resume speaks for itself, and it certainly does. I mean, Mansour Delane goes from third team All-ACC to potentially winning the Thorpe Award just in a couple of months with Corey Raymond. What's the latest there? Because I think as much as anybody, it's like Blake Baker, obviously, and Corey Raymond's right there with him as far as guys you would try to retain, I would think.
Yeah, I think so. And look, they're both, while Lane has not come out and said anything, he didn't fly down a bunch of defensive coaches. It was all offensive coaches, and that's clearly where LSU needed a pretty much total overhaul, and that's why you go out and get a guy like Lane. Defensively, we haven't heard really anything. I mean, there's been some buzz out there about Kyle Williams and just how long does he want to do this after kind of doing it for his first year. But beyond that, the only talk is if Blake Baker gets a job like Tulane, his alma mater, would he take, he leaves, but then Kevin Peoples and Jake Olson, like the guys that came with him from Missouri when he was DC and returned to LSU. And with that, you would have a new DC, and then what does that DC view of the cornerback spot or of Corey Raymond? So right now I would consider those spots safe, and the only time to start monitoring it is if you hear that Blake Baker is named Tulane's head coach.
All right, Shea, I can't talk to you and ask you questions without asking the most important question on any football team. What are we doing at quarterback here? I'm looking at this committed list, and I don't see any name with a Q and a B next to it.
Now, Ole Miss, Reese Wise was committed to Ole Miss, Shea, and Matt's right. There's no quarterback on the LSU list, but could there be?
We have one scholarship quarterback right now with pads on.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I'll give you an answer. The answer is yes. Landon Duckworth, they have made a late push for. This was a guy who is committed to South Carolina. He's from Bama. He's a top 10 quarterback, dual threat and multi-sport. I mean, he's a really good basketball, baseball, track. He does it all. So pretty highly sought-after prospect. And they had tried to flip him, and South Carolina sort of doubled down. And then over the past 48 hours, they've gone after it again. And South Carolina expects him to sign today. If he doesn't, then it becomes something to obviously pay attention to. But when we think about immediate needs and what's going to happen next year, I don't think that the quarterback is on the roster. And I would doubt that Lane is starting a true freshman, even if they landed someone like Landon Duckworth. So Given that he found his starting quarterback in Trinidad Chambliss on Twitter and managed to go 11-1, I can imagine that when they get to the portal, as Lane said the other day, if I could get guys like that to Ole Miss, imagine with the NIL backing and that logo on my chest, what I can do in the portal, this coming cycle. So that starts January 2nd, 14 days. And remember, there is no spring portal. So what you do now in these next 3 days with high school, what you do in between now and mid-January with retention for the draft or for transfers, and then what you add between January 2nd and the 16th, none of us are good at math. I don't know how many days that is, 40 or something. Your whole roster has to be put together in that time. So I think that's why it was so paramount that Burge was, and everyone involved, was able to not only get Lane, but get it done now to where you're not wasting any of those days that obviously are pretty precious when it comes to what you're going to look like next year as a team.
All right, Shea, last one before we let you go. Obviously, I'm sure you're going to be on the phone a lot today, kind of watching and waiting. Give us maybe one or two of your biggest things that you'll be watching today, waiting on, trying to find out information on.
Yeah, there'll be one flip, I think, more from Ole Miss. Lane's already flipped two guys. Corey Barber, another receiver who is a top 150 guy, top 20 receiver in the country, so very highly thought of by the rankings teams. And obviously Lane had him committed at Ole Miss. He's already decommitted, so that one's lining up. But I will tell you that my man Sam Spiegelman with Rivals just said that he kind of reiterated what I had already said about Richard Anderson potentially signing with LSU this week, and after talking with Lane and the staff last night, but added that Lamar Brown's camp will be meeting with or talking with LSU this morning, and there's a very good likelihood both get signed by the end of the week. So press a little panic button yesterday, and maybe today we can cool down a bit.
All right, Shea, Jake lied to you. We got one more question. It's a little game I've been like to play this week, a little fill in the blank for you. When the dust settles on this LSU recruiting class, the LSU Tigers are going to have a top blank class in the country.
Well, they only have 15 commits, so right now they're 11. I think the only narrative there would be, could you get into the top 10? Here's the better one, Matt, is that average rating. So like for the 15 guys, what their average rating is, like they get, if you're above a 90, you're a 4-star. If you're into the 96, 7s, you become a 5-star. They're number 2 in the country behind Oregon, and Oregon's got one of the best classes in the country. So it may not be your typical 25, 30-man class, but for the 15 guys they have, I mean, they punch at a high weight class. I mean, pound for pound, these guys are pretty legit if they can get them across the finish line. So I played a little bit. Yeah, right. I played a little of your game, Flynn. I'm sure I've got to go to break. I had a game to play too, but we can do it another day.
We can. Hey,
we're fine.
We can do it real quick.
All right, boys. You former recruits. I remembered what I asked you last year, so I'll twist it up. Who was the only or the closest ranked player at your position? Jacob, you get to count for running back as well, in Louisiana and Texas in your class.
Oh my gosh!
In Louisiana and Texas
in
only?
Texas quarterback
Flynn should be easier.
Yeah. Okay.
So Matt, you get the quarterback.
I think I get mine. I think I know mine.
Oh my
gosh. I think mine would be Drew Tate.
Matt wins. Drew Tate.
Drew Tate?
Yeah.
Gosh.
He was committed to A&M in like a sophomore in high school, which was unheard of at that time.
Oh, for sure. And ended up beating us on a Hail Mary at Iowa.
I wasn't going to mention that part.
Shea, only because it's the only name I can think of that signed a scholarship from Louisiana at running back. Darius Reynard from Hahnville.
He was one of them. Ja'Cory Williams, who ended up at Tennessee, was another one. And I believe there was Gerald Watson, who ended up going to Auburn and then kind of bounced around. But Jacob, those guys were all ranked higher than you. Matt, you were one spot ahead of Drew Tate.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Let me ask you this. Do you remember who the number 1 quarterback in the country was in 2003 signing class?
Jamarcus?
No.
I do remember because I looked at it before we got on, and I also know who the number 1 running back in Jacob's class was.
I know that too. His name was Adrian Peterson.
That's right.
I think Kyle Wright was the number 1 quarterback. Either Kyle Wright or Chris Leak. Or
which one was it, Shea?
It was, what year are we talking, 04?
03. I was 04. He was 03.
It was Kyle Wright. Went to Miami pro style.
And we beat the
Beat him
bowl
head
game.
All right, got him.
Kyle Wright. Oof, hadn't heard that name in a long time. Shea, you're the man. We appreciate it. I know you've got a long, busy day, so we appreciate you carving out 20 minutes for us.
You got it, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, good luck, Shea.
Shea Dixon on 3 Sports. Certainly somebody to follow throughout the day. At Shea Dixon is the handle. At Bengal Tiger on 3, also with the latest and greatest. And wow,
what a nice picture of Shea too.
Real
handsome.
Real hard recruiting class for you, Kyle Wright. At Adrian Peterson. We'll take a break. More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench.
That guy's pretty good.
Yeah, decent.
All right. The grand opening at Bally's is coming up this Saturday pending Louisiana State final approval. Bally's new casino is slated to have its grand opening coming up on the 6th. So you're not going to want to miss this one. They are kicking things off. As we told you yesterday, they got a drone show going on, 250 drones. They are going to light up the Baton Rouge sky at 5:45, and then it is go time. They're going to have live gaming starting at 6 p.m. It is here. It is exciting. It has changed. You won't recognize it. It's got the casino. It's got the 5 new restaurants, the DraftKings Sportsbook. It is a game changer here in downtown Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Baton Rouge, you are absolutely 100% getting an upgrade. Like, there's a downtown transformation happening, all thanks to Bally's. It's a huge milestone for downtown Baton Rouge. It's like this once like dormant area into like a vibrant destination for gaming, dining, live entertainment, hotels, whatever. So go check out Bally's of Baton Rouge.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Attention diesel mechanics. River Parish Contractors has an immediate full-time opening with benefits. Valid licenses and TWIC card is required to apply. Call or text Big Jake today at 985-479-9858 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on Apply Now. Come be part of the team that values hard work, has a high standard of excellence, and delivers projects on time and safely. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
Every winner knows a great play starts with a solid game plan and the right team by your side. At Sunshine, we're here to keep your operation running strong. From tractors to harvesters, we've got the John Deere equipment you need to tackle every job with confidence. Because when the work's done right, there's more time for the things that matter, like cheering on your favorite team. Make Sunshine Quality Solutions part of your playbook this season and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Play the music. Play it. Oh,
My computer unfroze.
I was about to go straight to the phone and hold it up. Oh. Was it yet?
That was so weird.
I'm let this breathe. All right, welcome back in. OTB. Man, those names that Shea said at running back.
Like the old ones? The old
like,
name?
Who? My memory is... I remember Darius Radnar because, one, we played Honville in the state championship game. That dude was a beast, and he was a beast at West Virginia, and he played in the NFL, and we see each other here and there. He was probably way ahead of me in the high school recruitings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was when he asked that question to you.
Yeah.
It was like I was like, I don't know, Jacob's a 2-star. He could name anybody in the state.
I know. I was trying to think of one running back in the state my senior year. Darius was the one I knew.
Not a big deal. Had double the stars as you.
Yeah, it turns out I was double the player. It's weird how that works out.
Weird. Super weird.
Okay, I probably wasn't, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can imagine what it'd be like if I was, though.
Oh, no doubt.
I was trying to go back, like when Shea was talking there. I was trying to like scroll and go to the year that that you actually came out a year before I did, and man, I was scrolling for a hot second, trying to get down to it. The top quarterback in my class, real quick. You want to guess? So the year you were at LSU, also a Texas guy.
Was it? It wasn't Colt. That was a couple of years later.
We've actually talked about this guy recently.
While you think Corey Barber just signed, he flipped from Ole Miss.
Shout out.
Yep.
Mary
And
Flipmas.
Mary Flipmas. Jabari Mack and Bryson Martinez signed
Let's
earlier,
go.
too.
And also, Shea just posted, this is 1 minute ago, LSU holds off the Texas Longhorns that signs Louisiana offensive lineman Bryson Martinez.
That's what I just said.
That's what she
Really?
just said.
I wasn't listening. Sorry. I was reading. I've been no disrespect. I was reading.
I mean, no disrespect.
I wanted to break some sort of
brain cell.
Bryson Martinez.
My
just
brain
signed.
cell is, we all know what it is. Good job, though. That
I
was
wanted
good
to break
reporting.
some sort of recruiting
Hey,
news.
2004 top quarterback, real quick.
I don't know.
Rhett Bomar. We just talked about him.
We sure did. Oklahoma Sooner. Sam Houston State.
I never really had a chance to be a top 2 running back in my class. You want to know why? Adrian Peterson was 1. Marshawn Lynch was 2.
Decent.
Yeah, pretty good.
Marshawn.
Pretty good guys.
Love that guy.
Pretty good.
Love that guy.
They don't have fullbacks. I tried to click on that. It was just running backs. Cowards. Some big news from Shea, though, that it's trending in a good direction for Lamar Brown and Richard Anderson. I thought that was big news. Almost saying that they could sign in this early signing period. We're talking about 2 true 5-stars and guys that LSU needs pretty bad. Kyle Williams did a hell of a job with the defensive tackles that he had, that he inherited. Like, anytime you get a guy in Jacobin Guillory who had been here for 5 years before you got here, and then he plays his best football, right? You're doing the right things in developing that player and teaching that player the things that you knew as a player and now you know as a coach, right? And Jacobian played really well this year. Like when you go watch and you look at the Pro Football Focus grades, and he gave you something different, and you saw his playing time increase, and by the end of it, I mean, he was your guy. But when you look at the totality of the group, there might be like high-ranking star guys in there, but it wasn't what this LSU defense needed.
Sure.
Like,
yeah, what
obviously,
Kyle did with that group was fantastic.
it is, and I don't look. We'll see what happens with Kyle. Obviously, we're rooting for him because we're biased, and I think he's one of the best and one of the best I've ever played with. But these 2 guys, I've seen them both. Now, Lamar, obviously, a ton in person. My son plays for U High,
right?
But also seeing Anderson at Carr, Watched some of their tape last week. They played against Evangel. Watching some of that, like, he's the real deal, and he's the body type that this defense is looking for. Yep. That's another thing. Like, you got to recruit to what your scheme is. Like, I love Bo Davis, but he was recruiting 335, 345-pound defensive tackles. That's not what this scheme is.
Yep.
There's schemes for that, but it's not this one.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get there and you're like, well, the scheme calls for this, but the talent is giving that. That has to match up. And that's why I think it was such a work in progress for Kyle, and Kyle did a really good job of trying to figure out exactly the best case scenario for what he had. These two guys, they're going to thrive if, in fact, it is Blake Baker's system. Now, I think they can thrive in multiple systems, but for what Blake wants to do, going north-south on the defensive line.
Yeah, for a defensive lineman to be the number one ranked prospect in the country.
And then one to be the number one athlete.
Yeah.
That's never can you remember ever seeing that? It's always a receiver or maybe a linebacker.
No,
or maybe a quarterback in high school who's going to play something different in college.
It's usually the big linemen that think they're good athletes, but they're just, big. They might be able to, shoot a basketball a little bit, but that's about the extent of their athleticism. Exactly what you said with Kyle Williams. He certainly not probably what he was looking for in the defensive lineman, coming in, but it was his first year. And he did an excellent job. I mean, just 1 year being in college football, I can tell you, and this is a biased opinion, and not knowing who many defensive line coaches are in the country. Kyle's got to be one of the top defensive line coaches, interior defensive line coaches in the country, just from his experience, the way he can communicate and relate to men, the way I'm sure he can speak to recruits and their families and tell them the plan. Kyle's a no BS guy. He's going to tell you exactly how it is.
Yeah.
He's not going to say, "Oh, you're doing great, man. You're doing so good. Just keep on, keep up the good work." No, he's going to tell you like it is. This isn't good enough. This is what you got to work on. And here's how you do it, because you know why? Because I had to do it too.
Yeah.
And I did it for a long time. And if he wanted to, and I don't know, we'll all see. Well, that's a huge piece of the puzzle to me defensively is Kyle, because I know how good he is and how important he could be and how much of an asset he could be, especially when you got these type recruits coming. Just where his mindset is. If he wanted to go down the coaching drain and just be I'm going to be an awesome D-line coach, then I'll get a coordinator job. I can be a head coach. He could do any of it. He could go as far as he wanted to. Just what does he want to do? So I'll be excited. But I mean, when you got the number one recruit or prospect in the country at the defensive line position and saying that he wants to be the greatest Tiger of all time, that's a pretty good cornerstone piece to your recruiting class.
No question about it. I mean, number one defensive lineman, somebody that's from right down the road in New Orleans. He's dominating 5A, and not just 5A Louisiana talent, but Carr had a schedule where they played teams from all over, dominant there. Lamar Brown at U-High, the number one athlete. Again, I can't really remember. I'm sure there is. There's a lot of people that have a deep dive into recruiting and have for 25, 35 years. I can't remember a defensive lineman being the number one overall athlete in the country. Now, because for mostly U-High, Lamar Brown plays offensive line. Now, he comes in and plays some defensive line as well. I think he projects more as a defensive lineman at the next level, but that's still pretty impressive, the fact that he can be the number one overall athlete, being somebody that's in the front seven on defense, or he's on the offensive line. Again, that's just not something you ever see at a high school. It's typically, like we laid out, a skill position.
What's his hand size?
Definitely bigger than 9 inches.
What's he bench?
Definitely bigger than 9 inches.
Before we go to break, that OU commit that decommitted flipped to LSU, Braden Allen, another wide receiver from Lafayette.
Lafayette Christian, let's go. Absolutely. And that was Alondra's nice way of saying, take a break, you big dummy. We'll take that break. More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
With all the delicious chicken finger options, it was an impossible decision.
How about a box combo?
Good. Now what can I get for you?
No, I want a Caniac combo with extra cane sauce, no slaw, 2 extra toast, and a half sweet tea, half lemonade.
Celebrate the holidays with Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
My father, J.B. Falgout, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgout.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Tell you what, when I was in middle school and this song came out and I went to Sam Goody and bought the cassette single, couldn't tell me nothing.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was a hit. What was the station in Tyler? I'm going to remember one day.
102.7, The Blaze.
Did The Blaze play this? Was it in the
this
rotation?
This wasn't in like the, remember I told you, like the first year or so of The Blaze before it got funding, it was just a repeat of like 9 songs.
I know.
This wasn't one of them.
It wasn't one. I thought it was 13 songs.
Number one, the first song on the list was Want to Be a Baller.
Shot caller. Oh. We were telling you about that song, I think.
What?
Lil
I know
Troy?
that song.
Okay.
I think we played it. I
It's
think
like
the first time we
if
talked
you're
about it.
No, sorry. Not you. That was
I'm like, if you're Texan, you have like it's required
that
by
was
law
my,
to know
that was my producer Dan, who's from New Jersey, lives in California. He got no clue. He got no clue about music. All right, I should have known.
I love this song.
Should have known.
That was a good one.
I went to go see Stevie Wonder a long time ago, and his band and backup singers did this song. It was awesome.
Yeah. There's a joke.
No way
made
he's
there, but I'm not
blind.
gonna do it.
You hit that.
Yeah, I know. It's called a run.
All right, so
Y'all wouldn't get
we got a big
Y'all
second
wouldn't
hour
understand.
coming up. Dr. Stephen Etheridge is going to join us as he always does on Wednesdays. Coach Kim Mulkey is going to join us. We'll continue to update you throughout the day, throughout the morning on who is signing with LSU. Again, you just got a big flip there from Oklahoma. You continue to add receivers. And look, Lane Kiffin knows the position. Obviously, they want to throw the football, they want to push the ball, and kind of overhauled what LSU had to what he wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're even known to be DBU, but certainly wide receiver U recently. And I think from what I'm seeing, it might be a little bit outdated by a couple minutes, but 3 of the 4 people that have officially signed are wide receivers.
Yep. We got a lot coming your way today. Again, more players certainly will be signing throughout the show. We'll update you there. Anything that breaks over the next couple of hours because, well, it feels like something's always breaking here over the last couple of days and weeks at LSU. More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench.
All right, go to palagroup.com. That is the website we've been telling you over the last couple of months. If you have a big project going on, you know that Pala is the go-to place because they're going to get it done the right time, the first time. And when you go and you check out their website, again, that is palagroup.com, you'll see exactly what we're talking about because the size, the scope of the project, that does not matter. You deserve a partner with proven results and a commitment to excellence, and that's always going to be Pala. It is built on safety, backed by experience, driven by results.
That's right. Here in Louisiana, we know what hard looks like, and nobody represents that spirit better than Pala Industrial Contractors. Over 52 years, Pala's been building with confidence from steel fabrication, precision pipe, and helical piles, tanks, vessels, industrial construction, and maintenance. Pala delivers results you can trust. When safety, quality, and reliability matter, choose Pala. Go check them out. palagroup.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Luba Workers Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Lockmere to Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lockmere to Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
It's time for Christmas on the River, Cajun style. Join us for the 35th Annual Festival of the Bonfires, December 13th through 15th at Lutcher Park in St. James Parish. Enjoy great food, live music, local crafts, Santa's Very Merry Forest, and carnival rides. Plus, we'll light a new bonfire on Friday and Saturday in preparation for the arrival of Papa Noel. The 2024 Festival of the Bonfires is sponsored by First American Bank and Trust. Log on to festivalofthebonfires.org for more information.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
All right, welcome back in OTB, hour number 2, live from the Raising Cane studio. I want to remind you about our friends over at Central Plumbing, not only in Central, in the entire greater Baton Rouge area. We are talking to you. If you're looking to upgrade at your home and business, they certainly can help you out there. Come in, completely remodel everything for you, small, big, everywhere in between. If you've got an emergency, 24/7, 365 weekend holiday game day number 225-925-8552. Again, always online at centralplumbing.org. Matthew, you asked the quarterback question to Shea, and it was actually, hey, look at you, Big J journalism.
It's not a big deal, guys.
Because I was about to ask him the same question, and you stole my question. That doesn't happen very often.
Whoops. You were going to ask a quarterback question?
I was, because
you got a quarterback literally right here.
Yeah, in theory. So
that's a good point.
So I was looking at the class, and we've talked about it before, like this class for LSU doesn't have a quarterback, and then like your quarterback situation obviously looks pretty bare here at the moment. And Ole Miss did have one committed to them, so I didn't know how much Lane Kiffin wanted that quarterback. If that quarterback is going to flip from Ole Miss to LSU, if you're going to try to get another one. So Shea Dixon did mention there's a South Carolina commitment that they would be interested in adding, and so. I know you're. I do not.
Landon Duckworth.
I do not think your Yes, I do not think that your quarterback next year is on this roster right now. I just don't think that's the case. I think we can look at the track record of a Lane Kiffin, and he will bring
better
in,
hope that it's not on the roster.
I agree. I agree with you. And he he'll bring in multiple quarterbacks in the portal. He has certainly done that before. But what are your thoughts on needing to get a quarterback in this class?
I always think you need to get a quarterback. Now, I don't think it's as necessary as it once was. Certainly with the transfer portal, Lane Kiffin has proven to be a master. What did Shea say? He found his Trinidad on Twitter?
Yeah,
I don't know the story.
One of the coaches saw his highlights like on Twitter, and they were like, he was going to go somewhere else at the FBS level. Gosh, I'm trying to remember the story exactly how it went down. But then Ole Miss saw him, and they're like, no, he's coming to Ole Miss, actually.
Right. So he found them on Twitter. So the quarterback for that Lane found and brought to Ole Miss, who's leading them into the playoffs, was the quarterback for Ferris State University the year before. And I remember when we played them looking up the stats, it wasn't necessarily like the most impressive, outlandish stats either.
Yeah.
So it just kind of goes to show you what this Lane Kiffin offense has the potential to do. And like Shea mentioned, he's like, well, you think I hit pretty good on him and multiple other people in the transfer portal before. You don't think I can do it at LSU with the resources and that logo and those 3 letters across the chest? So we should all be excited. So I think it's a really obvious statement that the quarterback for next year is not on this. But as far as picking or signing high school guys, like I think you always have to have a comfortability with your quarterback room. You have to have talent there. You have to have young guys. You want all ages. You want older guys. You want younger guys. You want guys learning. You want guys teaching. That's kind of what a healthy quarterback room is. Now, in this world of the NIL, like you don't always get that deep quarterback room, especially at bigger schools.
Right.
Because most guys that go there are very highly touted, highly ranked. And if they're not playing, they're going to go seek other opportunities, which I think everybody can understand that.
Yeah.
So you don't like a lot of times, a lot of these big time schools and blue blood schools are so dependent on their starting quarterback being healthy because everything kind of revolves around that because there's a bigger drop off at the quarterback position than there is anywhere else on the football field.
Right.
So it's important, at least from a talent perspective, to have young guys there. Even if they're ready or not ready to play, you can have them and tailor a game plan around them if you need them in an emergency. And then, of course, I mean, in a perfect situation, you groom a kid for a couple of years and let him be the starter for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. And then while he starts, he grooms another guy. Like, that's the ideal situation. And the more quarterbacks, especially highly ranked quarterbacks, young quarterbacks, you get in there, have in the room, the better chance you have on hitting. You're not going to hit on every single person.
Right.
And a guy might be better at a different college or a different system than he is at our system. Like, you just never really know how all that's going to play out. You're guessing a lot. You're watching these kids play against other high school kids that will never put pads on again. You know, it's one of these things that's so hard. It's so hard to nationally rank, you know, recruits and all this and that. So, I think it's important to have people. But with the tight turnaround with this whole Lane thing, I'm not worried about the quarterback position. I'm not going to say if we don't sign somebody, I'm worried.
I'm with you.
Because it's just not – because of the transfer portal. And if this was 5 years ago, you're probably thinking a little bit differently. But
because of the portal and because of who it is in the portal, and shout out to Hoon. I knew it was a small school. I wanted to say Temple so bad, and Hunt confirmed it. It is Temple. That it was Temple where Chambliss was going to.
Oh, okay.
So that actually, that's another point in the favor, I think, of the evaluation, because nobody else saw it. Like, he was going to Temple.
Yep.
And they're like, hold up, no, I think actually we need him in Oxford.
Yeah.
And you go and you get that guy. So shout out, I appreciate that, Hoon. But
I think because
that's
of
another,
the
it
Lane
gives you
Kiffin,
faith, though. Like, they're going to be able to find their quarterback.
Yeah, I think because of the Lane element, I think it relieves a lot of stress from that room.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to be able to go find two quarterbacks? I don't think so. I doubt it. Like, I don't know why two coveted quarterbacks would come at the same time. But I mean, what was it a couple of years ago where he got like 3 transfers quarterbacks to come to Ole Miss?
Yeah.
The kid that was at LSU was
Walker Howard.
Yeah, well, like there was 3 guys.
And you got Sanders, who was the Oklahoma State starting quarterback.
That was the wildest situation. I just thought about it again, like right this second, like while we're talking. Like, they got 3 guys, and I'm like, what are those guys doing?
Yep.
Why would they go there right now? Don't they see everybody else going there as well? It's certainly not a big pressure point for me if we don't sign. But I would like to sign somebody. Now, I know next year is a big class.
Yeah,
certainly a big quarterback crop, especially here in Louisiana.
So quarterback just signed, but he signed as a corner. Des Ellis is a quarterback, but a lot of schools were recruiting him as a quarterback.
Oh, wow.
But Corey Raymond is the one that recruited him as a cornerback to LSU. He threw for 2,189 yards last season.
All right.
31 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
If I give you $1.
But he's a corner.
Yeah.
You can keep most of the change. Can you finish it, Alondra? But all I really want is a quarterback. No, nothing?
I'm not entertaining that.
Okay.
What was that?
Y'all never heard this?
Say it again.
If I give you $1, you can keep most of the change, because all I really want is a quarterback. It's a cheerleader chant.
What y'all got going on there in Tyler, Bo?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure most people have heard that.
No, I never heard
that. So I was waiting for y'all to either cut me off and say no, or finish the sentence. But you didn't do it. Hey, we were talking at the break a little bit, trying to figure out when to discuss this. I figured right now is a good time.
Okay.
Since we're talking about the crop of quarterbacks, and I'm going to say something that's probably really ignorant and uneducated from the fact of I don't know the system. But I'm going to look at this from a 1,000-foot view and look at it from a real common sense standpoint. Louisiana high school football has to get something figured out with scheduling. Now, I don't watch I don't go to a lot of the high school games, but my children go to Dunham. And so I go to the Dunham games. And Louisiana's in a unique spot where for 3 years, you've known you've had a number 1 recruit in the whole country in one particular class, the 2027 class.
Mm-hmm.
Got Elijah Haven over at Dunham.
Right.
You would think that despite what the rules are, and I know like you just can't change rules. I get it, but I'm just looking at this from a common sense perspective. If you've known for 3 years, you got the number one kid in the country playing the premier position in football, playing quarterback, you would think you would want to highlight that almost every week in the form of big matchups, playing good teams. But what I see going out there is I went out to a game a couple weeks ago, and you got the number one recruit in all of 2027 class in the whole country. Number one guy, top of the list, right? And he's playing a team that shows up 30 minutes late to the game.
Yeah.
They have 19 kids dressed out. They have about 6 people in the stands.
Yeah.
For their side. And like I felt bad for the team, just the resources and everything.
Yeah.
But like, and I think a lot of the games, the majority of the games that they're playing,
yeah,
it's kind of the same thing. It's the same story. And like where I feel bad for the team that they're playing, right? It's a running clock after like, halfway through the second quarter. It's like he threw 80-yard bubble screen touchdown. It was untouched. It was like, it's these things that you're doing like a disservice, I feel like, to Louisiana football, because like you want premier matchups, right? You want them to be highlighted. Yeah. You want those to be like, hey, look at Louisiana football. Like, we're awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
And now we're kind of like, and we are like there's a lot of good. I mean, Louisiana football is awesome.
That's why.
But
why do you think Saban and Pete Carroll told Lane to come, right? Because high school football is great.
We were getting clowned like the Arch Manning when he was struggling. It's like, look who Arch Manning's playing against, and it would show like the weak teams that Newman played against. And I'll back you up in this point. Like, there was games this year where I would go drive to watch my son play, and it would take me longer to get to the destination of the game than he would actually be in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's 43-0 in the second quarter with a running clock.
Right. And it's not. I don't think it's fair to either team.
Yeah.
Right. And I know there's not like a one fix all for this. Again, like, please just trust me when I say I don't follow it. I don't know the system enough to know if there is even possible. But from a common sense standpoint, it's not fair to that team that has 19 kids dressed out to be down 40-something with 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Right. It is not fair to the team that's blowing them out, because that's not prepping you for anything. You think that's helping Elijah get ready for his first year of college football?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Like, so you're taking your best recruits, and you're not, because of matchups discrepancies, like they're not prepping for the next level as well as they should be or could be either.
Right.
So I don't know. It was just it's a frustrating thing for me the last couple of years watching, because I'm watching this guy that I like. You should highlight this guy.
Right.
You should. He should be playing. He should be playing. Like, they should be doing different things. And they play, they'll have like one challenging matchup, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm preaching. I'm just old man on the lawn here. I get that. I don't know what the fix is. Like, I don't even know how to follow all the systems and classes and divisions and stuff. Like, I can't follow that.
So
I don't know who really can.
I mean, to your point, and I don't know what the fix is either, but again, like, so I only know U High because I'm like you. Like, I don't follow a ton, but they play Rummel and Catholic and St. Paul's and Woodlawn in the non-district, and then you get to district, and it's a little bit different. I mean, I would love to see U High and Parkview and Dunham and Episcopal and St. Michael's like all in the same district, maybe. Mm-hmm. Like, that feels like that would be competitive.
Yeah, and I know that there's classifications and there's enrollment and there's all things and like the combination of private and public and all that stuff. But man, when I'm watching a game and it's running clock in the second quarter, like who is that fair towards?
Yeah,
who's
that
which
benefiting
team?
too?
Who is that benefiting? It's benefiting nobody. Like either team. Like, I felt bad for the other team because of the situation, and I felt bad for just not getting the prep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is a nonsensical frustration, I guess, or complaint, because I doubt you can fix it. But from a common sense standpoint, for 3 years you got the number one kid in a recruiting class in the country. How often does that come around?
Yeah.
Not very often. Like, especially at the quarterback position. You would think you would play some games that, could get aired on some local station at least.
Yeah, the whole deal's screwed up.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, right? And again, I don't know what the fix is, but like, because I think Evangel they play 5A, all right? They're 1A size, right? So you play up, and it's like it's a little bit here, a little bit there, but some of these district matchups are rough. Certainly in the lower classifications.
Some of them. It's like I don't think I've been to a good game yet.
I was very thankful for the Madison Prep game for you. I'm like, oh my God, thank God. A good team. Yes, and it was a great game. 2 great games between U-High and Madison Prep. But, yeah, I'm with you there. It's like that doesn't really benefit anybody.
Right.
Trying to get ready.
Let's go, Dunham. Beat Louisiana or Lafayette Christian this week. Let's go.
Beat Louisiana. The whole state?
The whole state.
Okay. All right, fair enough. All right, we will step away. More OTB. We got Kim Mulkey joining us in about 15 minutes from now. Stay locked in here, and we are coming to you live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com, the website for Pelican Roofing in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge. Boots on the ground in both locations. And I find that important to let you know that because they're not just an office in Baton Rouge driving back and forth. They're not just an office in Lafayette driving back and forth. No, they are there in those local communities helping you out. You see right there on the homepage, if you're watching this on YouTube, those are all the 5-star reviews. They don't try to hide anything. It's the first thing that you see when you log onto the website there, because it doesn't matter if it's Facebook or Yelp or whoever, it is always going to be 5 stars with Pelican Roofing. Go to the website today to schedule your consultation at pelicanroof.com.
Yeah, and having 2 different offices, one in Lafayette, one in Baton Rouge, that they work out of, like a lot of companies that you work with or sign a deal with that are going to build a new roof for you or put on one. It's like they're going to sign the contract with you. They'll send the crew out there. They'll get to work. No QC. Well, they're going to dedicate a project manager to your job to be there the entire time to make sure it is done right, done the Pelican way. Go check them out, pelicanroof.com.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
In South Louisiana, you can always count on good people coming together to help our children.
At Dreams Come True, we grant wishes for Louisiana children with life-threatening illnesses. But to do this, we need funds.
That's why we're trying to raise $100,000 for Dreams Come True by giving away the Blessed Children's School.
Make your backyard's dream come true while helping our kids.
Just go to dreampoolla.com and you can find out how your $25 donation might help win you a Duplessis pool.
This menu is a masterpiece, delivers every time.
This is the worst party ever. Raising Cane's!
Let's go!
The party is
Peter, Mr. Billingsley.
Celebrate the holidays with Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Attention diesel mechanics, River Parish Contractors has an immediate full-time opening with benefits. Valid licenses and TWIC card is required to apply. Call or text Big Jake today at 985-479-9858 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on Apply Now. Come be part of the team that values hard work, has a high standard of excellence, and delivers projects on time and safely. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
Forget. Doc can't hear the R&B Wednesday. Always forget. Hey, just let you know, it's good. And right here, some good stuff inside these headphones.
You want those?
I believe it.
It's a little too late.
Yeah, it's a little too late. It's okay. It's all right. All right, Dr. Stephen Etheridge joins us as he does every single week here on OTB. Doc, how we doing? How we living? How's Thanksgiving?
Good Thanksgiving. How about y'all?
Yeah. It was good. It was good. I mean, just like you, I was freezing in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that part
there.
was so good.
We actually didn't even talk about Thanksgiving this week because of the Lane train.
That's true. Yeah.
That's right. We skipped right over giving reviews on the dressing and turkey.
Yep. Dang it. Okay, I got a question. When there's a new regime coming in, all right, every coach likes to handle injuries a little bit different. Yeah, right, wrong, or indifferent in that aspect. But when there's a new coaching staff, is that something where y'all will kind of, hey, here's the team doctors, here's a training staff, and here's like how we've done things, and do they kind of give you feedback, and here's how I've always handled things?
Yeah, usually we'll schedule some type of meeting. We'll get together and kind of at least have the foundation set,
Yeah.
and then from there, obviously you're gonna kind of have to feel it out. You're gonna kind of see, okay, maybe we don't do it this way for this person. Obviously, the medicine doesn't change, but how we handle it, how we address it, how does the coach want it from the head trainer? Does he want it from somebody else? There's a lot of different variabilities to that. So, I mean, obviously, with the timing of this, there's a lot of bigger priorities the next several weeks, but I'm sure at some point, once the dust is kind of settled, we'll sit down and go through all that.
Have you been introduced yet?
I've not.
I mean, I would assume that most people haven't because it's been coming in 2 days before signing day, trying to talk to the current staff. It's like, I'm sure most people in that building haven't been able to have that type of meeting that you're talking about. Like, how do you want your information? How do you work? And versus how do we work? And let's figure this out together. So
yeah, I think obviously there's going to be a lot of that to come, but the timing of this, there's so much that's happening right now. I mean, I know it's been a big topic just this morning, signing day, everything else going on. It's not the main priority at the moment, but these things will happen. I'm sure there's a lot of people that will have those moments down the road.
Doc, so it is National Signing Day. I guess it's national, not early signing day anymore. It's National Signing Day. So a lot of news coming in, a lot of rumors, but I wanted to know, so when you go to, from college to the NFL, of course, and then NFL trades, things like that, of course, there has to be, doctor approval for these players. They have to pass physicals. They know a history background of certain players. And I know it can't be as detailed when you're talking about high school. You don't probably have the laundry list of injuries for these kids because they just haven't played and experienced as much football. But is there any physical, pre-signing day physical or any doctor approvals or opinions that you give for recruits that are being recruited?
So it's definitely less than what you're going to see, obviously, in the NFL. Like you said, there's a very rigid, legitimate process there, but these kids are coming from all over the country, different high schools, different settings. Some have maybe had injuries when they were younger that we might not even be aware of during this phase of the game. So in the high school environment, it's mostly if there is something happens, if you're recruiting a kid and we know about a significant injury, sometimes the coaching staff will come to us and say, hey, what do you think about this injury?
Right.
There might even be an opportunity to go through medical records and stuff if it's highly concerning, which is something we occasionally will do. But for the most part, you kind of got to take it as a leap of faith. Really the first time we get to see the kids is when they're doing their physical coming in, and there might be the rare occasion where something's more serious than what we thought. So it does happen, but it's definitely very different from they're coming from the high school. Even the difference now with transfers is we're, kind of defining and redefining that process where it's becoming more and more of an NFL process where we kind of know coming in, it is a little bit more involved in those kids where they'll have to sign off on them or not, or say maybes. But we have more information usually there.
And I guess for Louisiana kids, there's probably a lot more information. I'm sure if there's been an injury for a Louisiana kid, that's probably a high likelihood that you or somebody else from Brock has probably worked on him. But if you got a guy from California or somewhere, that's a blind leap of faith.
Yeah. And even with the Louisiana kids, even if I see them, there's some crossover there with HIPAA and stuff. So unless the kid tells me I can talk to coach about his injury, I technically can't because they're not part of our team yet. So even there's a little bit of it's not always, super easy, but usually we would know a little bit more just because of the network here and where we're connected. But even then, it's a little hard sometimes.
Now, when in the NFL, when you're getting traded or something, you have to pass a physical. Like, so you just talked about the HIPAA rules. You can't really discuss with the coach an injury, but is it a different rule when the team doctor of someone performs like a physical? Is that like
it is?
Like, what's
yes,
that rule? So you
once you come in, then some of these medical things, kind of just like with the NFL, the team is a part of your team essentially at that point. So there are still some areas we don't cross lines. For example, mental health, if it's something we don't discuss with the coaches, unless there's truly a danger to the player. There are some areas, but when you come in, that's part of what some of the paperwork y'all sign when you first get here is you're going to be signing paperwork that says, hey, this is part of the process.
Right.
They're going to be allowed to understand the medical. So in that scenario, it does change. But until then, the athletes are protected completely in privacy rights.
All right, so we want to get to one of the injuries that was talked about over the last couple of weeks, and well, no pun intended there. It is Whit weeks, and we've had conversations with him, and so we're good to have this conversation. I know it was reported that he had a bone bruise, and then it came out it was more severe than that. But in actuality, the bone bruise is closer to what actually it was. It just sounds like you hear bruise, you're like, oh, I just got a black and blue spot on my ankle, when in fact, like, there's a lot that kind of goes into it.
Yeah, so sometimes the difference between a bone bruise and a fracture is really not that large. I think to your point, if you hear bone bruise, I think all of us would assume with bone bruise that that's not that big of a deal, right? It's just
you hear bruise, and you're like, oh, I hit my hip on the corner of this desk. That's why there's a little rubber thing there now. It's like I got a bruise from it.
Yeah, but and exactly that's a lot of times you say it doesn't sound like a big deal, but if you think about it, the impact and force required to damage bone, and which a bone bruise is damage to bone, is got to be fairly significant, and it's not that different than what the impact or force required to break a bone is sometimes. And sometimes the line between one and the other can be very, very thin, and that can be very blurred. If you get a different radiologist reading an MRI on 10 readings of the same patient, half of them might say it's a bone contusion, the other half might say it's what's called an impaction fracture or some different variation of that. And that's kind of where this injury was, and it's something that, like you said, we'd talked to Whit, and he's already talked about the injury and giving clearance to talk about all this. So normally we can't, but that's what happened with his injuries. He had an injury that his ankle got rolled up on, it got kind of mashed back, and in that scenario, the bone in the talus, which is the part of the ankle that's in the foot, it got literally compressed upon itself. And in an X-ray, you don't see a bone contusion, or sometimes these impaction fractures. Then you get an MRI and you say, well, look, there's definitely an irregularity there, and it's a fine line between the two, but they're both significant injuries.
That was tough for me because it kept being called a bone bruise, and I didn't know until you explained that to me. I didn't know, and I'm like, man, I hope y'all don't if you know Whit Weeks, a bruise, like air quote bruise, is not keeping him out. And I knew what it was, but obviously out of respect to Whit and because what you can say, you can't say, it's I'm not gonna put that out there. But it's now that people realize what it was, you just said that, and I kind of was ugh. It was a serious injury, and that's why you saw him. He was in a boot. If he wasn't in the shower, basically, I think I saw he's got a boot on.
Oh, everywhere he was going, he's wearing that thing. And look, he's we know it, a tough kid.
Yeah.
Tough kid. Plays with his heart. He would probably play with half a leg if you let him. But those injuries, they are tough, and especially when it's in your ankle, it's in your foot, you're pushing off of it, you're planning on it to do so. Typically these are going to be structurally sound injuries, but they're injuries that sometimes you literally can't move your foot or ankle in that scenario. Mm-hmm. So it's something that it's a real injury, and sometimes people hear that bone bruise, bone contusion, and kind of like the turf toe talks we've had, it doesn't sound that tough, it doesn't sound that bad. And I'll be honest, sometimes the bone contusions hurt more than if you just snap the bone, because the whole bone is inflamed in that area. It's kind of like if you walk with a bruise in the bottom of your foot, every step hurts. It's kind of the same idea.
So this is going to be really from a medical standpoint, a really dumb question probably, and anybody that's a doctor out there is probably just going to be shaking their head at me. But you talk about a bone bruise, okay? So I'm just thinking about a standard bruise on your body. It becomes discolored, purple, whatever that looks like, and a lot of that color is from blood flow coming to it, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. A bone doesn't have blood flow through the bone. What is it? If you were to look at a bone with a bruise on it, what does it look like? Is it a soft spot on the bone? Is it a red and it what would it look like from if you just looked at the bone on a bone bruise?
Well, so one, bone actually does. There is a lot of small micro vessels that go through the bone, so that's how it gets nutrients. That's how the bone survives.
Definitely
So when you get a bone bruise, it is kind of like a bruise anywhere else, where there is going to usually be a little bit of bleeding and inflammation within the bone. You know, if you were to look at the bone, you might not be able to see it. That's why on an X-ray looks great usually on a bone contusion, a bone bruise. But then you get the MRI,
right?
And the MRI is really where you'll see the difference. You know, what we described it as bony edema. It's when there is inflammation or fluid within the bone, and that area can sometimes become weakened. In fact, if you ever hear about a stress fracture, that's kind of what a stress fracture is it's an area of bone that through repetitive stress got weakened and inflamed and then eventually cracked. So that area does get weak, but on a evaluation, the bone itself might look fairly normal. Again, if you get the X-ray, it's not going to be deformed or shifted or moved or cracked until it does at least.
Oof, man, that's a lot of words that I don't understand, but I'm glad we got Doc here.
Guess what? Blood vessels in her bones.
Didn't know that until today. That's a great marrow in there. That's a great job of explaining the Whit Weeks injury because, like, even I when I heard it initially, I'm like, I know that guy, but it's like, no, it's actually closer to what it actually is. It's just you hear bruise and you think something different there. So it's good to see him out there last week for sure. He gives a little bit different juice to the defense.
Oh, 100%. I'll tell you, one of the things from our side, any of us that work in the medical side of sports that absolutely drives me crazy is when people talk about somebody and you know the truth. And I want to yell it from the top of a mountain. Do you understand what this is?
The same way, yeah.
I remember my first year on staff, and we had one of our tackles who had to play with a calf strain, had a pretty bad calf injury.
Right.
And he was our only option, though, one of these weeks.
Yeah.
And the guy had to go, and we were going against Auburn. I don't remember who their defensive end guy was then, but he was one of these guys, first-round prospect. And, of course, the tackle was getting murdered the next week. And I was like, he played a heck of a game for a guy playing on one leg.
Yeah.
But I couldn't say it.
I know.
I remember I was listening to what the radio said. I would have called in so bad and be like, listen, y'all, this kid. And that happens every week. That there's more to it.
Right.
And it's something that we wish we could talk about, but most times we can't. And we respect the privacy, but sometimes it is frustrating.
Doc is the man. Great explanation of what was going on there. A lot of words that Flynn and I will still never be able to say out loud because we don't have to pronounce them. We've got Google. We've got Chat GPT. We'll use them. Doc doesn't have to use them, and that's why he's the best. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right, when we come back, LSU head basketball coach Kim Mulkey joins us here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. 225-612-2477 is the number. Roll-off dumpsters, they got 3 different sizes to choose from. I give you the number so you can call. Hey, here's what I've got going on my project, at my home, at my business. Here's how much I expect it to be, and they'll make sure you have the right size dumpster on your project. You also can sign up for residential and commercial service right there on the homepage of the website. Go check out all that information. Also, sanitation department now a part of what they do over at Trash Rangers. TrashRangers.com.
That's right. Trash Rangers, the most reliable trash pickup service, but also sanitation as well. So check out, they got their new department, Trash Rangers Sanitation Department. How about portable toilets? Y'all, if you got like a construction site happening at your house, maybe you're throwing a little festival, maybe just a big house party, whatever it is, if you need a portable toilet, man, forget those big national brands, those big national companies. Do it right here in Louisiana because at Trash Rangers, they are number 1 at picking up number 2. Go check them out, trashrangers.com.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith, Shaw & Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. Of course, I want to remind you about our friends over at Russell Pool Company. RussellPools.com is the website. If you're looking to build your dream pool, well, they're going to get it done every single time. And you can check out other dream pools on their website. Great gallery of work. And maybe you're not sure what your dream pool looks like, and you put together an amalgamation of 6 different things you see there on the website, and that's what they're going to do for you, because it's always going to be your dream pool. You can check out the financing options on the homepage as well, russellpools.com. All right, we're going to get to our favorite interview of the week. LSU head basketball coach Kim Mulkey joins us now. Coach, we appreciate the time as always. Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving and some good time down there, some good sun rays down, St. Thomas there, now back home. Glad to have you on as always, Coach.
You can't lie this morning. I cannot be the best interview of the week. If y'all haven't gotten Lane Kiffin, then y'all need to come to my house, and we need to go find him, baby.
Coach, we've been telling you this for years. Like, you are our favorite interview of the week, and we're just glad that we get a chance to talk to you every week. So, we'll get Lane eventually, but we know we get the best every single Wednesday.
Well, what you get with old Mulkey, what you see is what you get. And we have fun and talk a little football every now and then,
That's
talk
right.
a little family every now and then. And, oh, yeah, that sports coach basketball. Every now and then we talk about it.
Oh, Coach, I mean, it has been a crazy kind of circus around the athletic department, because anytime, this, Coach, you're looking for a football coach and, this rumor, that rumor, and everybody thinks that you've got the source and they've got the story. And then when it finally happens, like, everything just kind of explodes and it's like the big, big news story. Then you had the big press conference, and this, Coach, you've been through a lot of these. It's always something that's a little crazy when you're hiring a football coach.
Well, it is crazy, but it's even crazier at LSU. So here's my question to y'all, okay? I wake up and I read stuff. They didn't want Lane Kiffin to coach them through the playoffs, but they'll take the offensive coordinator who's coming to LSU and, oh, yeah, you better come back over here because we don't really know what we're doing offensively because we hired a defensive coordinator. So I guess my question is, what's the difference? Don't you think whatever you thought Lane was going to do to take players in the portal, Weiss could do the same thing?
Yeah, Coach, when I saw
Coach,
that,
you're not supposed to ask those questions.
I know. When I saw that, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, did y'all maybe get together and you're like, and Matt said this morning, like, maybe the tight end coach doesn't need to call plays in the playoff. Maybe we need to see if we can get somebody from the the staff that left to go to LSU. So yeah, that was because they were completely against Lane coaching the team. It was kind of a complete reversal of what we, heard that they wanted to do.
It's what's the difference? Because he's the head coach and versus the offensive coordinator. I don't understand it. I'm like, so is LSU going to pay White bonus, or is Ole Miss going to pay his bonus?
Who's paying these bonuses?
Yeah,
that's actually a great question.
I think it was nice of Lane to let him go back there and do that. I read where he was trying to make sure they didn't penalize them and give them a lower seed. But that just cracked me up. I'm like, what is the difference?
I know.
His treason was a little bit less egregious, I guess.
I guess.
And I mean, there's been so much talk about the calendar, and I don't know if you saw this, but it was actually like Rick Pitino put out something on social media. He's like, man, football's got to kind of get this fixed, because this is like, if we were in the same calendar in basketball, it would be like our team getting the 1 seed in March, and then right before March Madness, because of the calendar, you have to leave to go take another job. If that job is, for you, a better situation, and you do it right before the NCAA tournament. And like when I saw it, Coach, laid out like that, I'm like, man, that's even more egregious than I thought.
I did see Pitino's quote, and I will say it's broken. I think it's broken in college football on a lot of things. The NCAA could change the transfers windows and all that, but the calendar made it tough. Ole Miss made it tough. Ole Miss is the one that put the, line in the sand and said, give us an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this. If Lane had gone through the whole college football playoffs and then took the job, or then we fired Brian Kelly at the last minute, we wouldn't be talking about this. But because of rumor, because of, coaches being able to be talked to and fly their families different places, people get real anxious. And that's what happened. And it's sad for the players. But, I think he had to make a decision that he didn't want to make at that time.
Yeah, I think that was pretty clear too, especially with his remarks at the press conference. You could see that there's true feelings and a little bit of sadness and excitement from both directions for him. I thought it was very genuine. But like you've been through this, you have made a move. You've been one of the most talked about coaches and made a move to LSU. So what piece of advice would you give Lane coming in as a highly touted coach? Of course, all the headlines, but coming into this school specifically at LSU.
You better win. They love you today, and they'll fire you tomorrow. I think expectations at LSU are what they are. And sometimes I don't think that they're fair because I think it's such a big enterprise. And you better win. And if you don't, I'm telling you, all those welcoming hugs and handshakes, they will forget about you. But he knows that. Think of his history. I mean, he was fired on the tarmac of an airport. Lane has withstood a lot of criticism from what I've read. I don't know Lane. I've never met Lane. I can tell you one thing I do like about his family. His brother Chris might be the smartest one in the family. He married a former women's basketball player and coach.
There we go.
So his wife was a great player. I think her last name was Timmons, and she played at Creighton back in the day for Connie Yorey. And then they went to Nebraska, and she was on Connie Yorey's staff at Nebraska. And I bet that's where she met Chris because he was a coach there at the time. So I want to meet that family because, heck, she can bring something to the table for my program.
Well, no doubt about it. And, Coach, I was thinking about you whenever Lane decided to take the job because there's a lot of people and, you're in a good situation at Ole Miss, but then you go to LSU and they were asking the why. And I'm like, well, I'm biased. I think I know the why. I can tell you my why and why because I think LSU is the greatest place on earth. And Coach, you were in a similar situation. Like y'all won national championships at Baylor. So y'all had done more than Ole Miss, certainly. And you decided to come to a place that had never won a national championship. And so you were taking a leap of faith. And I know, you're from Louisiana, so it makes it a little bit different. But this was a place that you saw and you wanted to accept the challenge of going to LSU.
I think our whys are different but yet similar. You just mentioned this is home to me.
Right.
This state, I didn't come back just to come to LSU. I came back for this entire state to start appreciating and loving women's basketball in high school and all the universities in the state. And that's why I came back more so than I thought, I can win at LSU like I did at Baylor. I thought the resources would be much greater at LSU because of being in the SEC, because of being a larger flagship university versus a private school. And I thought, if we can do that at Baylor, which we did, we built a dynasty, guys. And I didn't know just how hard it was until I got to LSU and realized, oh, man, I just got that amount of money from a donor. It took me 20 donors to get that at Baylor.
Right.
But that's all I knew, and
right.
I was okay with it. I was great. I love Baylor. My daughter's still there. My grandbabies are there. I still go back to Waco. But his is probably different. He's never won a national championship, has he?
No.
All right, so in his mind, I'm not going to speak for him.
Right.
But I bet all his mentors were saying to him, where is it easier to recruit to, and which place will give you the best chance to contend for a title every year? I don't know that because, hey, Ole Miss is contending for a title this year. But I don't know if it was more difficult to recruit there. I don't know. I'm talking out of turn, really, thinking what went through his mind and his mentor's mind on things that may have made him come here.
Coach, yeah, I kind of want to just circle back. I want to talk about your team right now. And I know there's a lot of things that you look for, especially in this non-conference play, getting ready. I know you got a big game tomorrow night against Duke, but like for what y'all have done so far, I know you don't look at the final scoreboard, but my God, like I think the LSU fans certainly are, and you got 8 games of scoring over 100 points now. I don't care who you're playing. I don't care if you're playing on air. That's hard to do. So, like, just tell me about the offensive performance that your team has been able to put up so far.
Well, we have scored a lot of points, but I didn't know going into the season with 8 new players that we would be able to score this many points. I knew the non-conference was going to be weak. I always play a weak non-conference. I spend November and December basically as preseason training. I'm trying to figure it all out. Some people do it different, bring their kids in the summer, and, man, you're all here. I don't do it that way. I need my summers off. They need to do their thing. Some play USA basketball. Now, we get criticized a lot because the funniest thing to me is we were number 1 in the net this week. Well, that just created an uproar. So my point to everybody there is it's a flawed system. It's a flawed system. And when it comes time for the playoffs, whoever those 12 committee members are, guys, they're going to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
They're going to emphasize what's most important. I've seen programs lose in, tight games like the number 1 versus the number 2. And then when it came time for the playoffs, the loser didn't get a 1 seed.
Right.
So don't read much into people's non-conference. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you want to be a top 4 seed so you can host on your campus the first and second rounds and then go try to win a natty. And I've won natties being the 1 seed. I've won natties being the 3 seed. It doesn't matter.
Coach, it's great stuff as always. We appreciate the insight into, everything, not just women's basketball. Certainly looking forward to the matchup with Duke coming up. Looking forward to the matchup you got in I guess it's coming up in less than 2 weeks against Louisiana Tech down in New Orleans. Looking forward to being in the number there as well. A lot of exciting matchups coming up, and we always, and hey, it's not just lip service, Coach, our favorite interview of the week.
You guys behave yourself, and if you need help getting Lane on the air, call me, and I'll have to go meet him and introduce myself and say, Lane, I need you to come with me. Got a couple old football players that think they're still in shape and can play for you, but they can't. But
so
back
right.
in their heyday,
That's
Lane,
right.
back in their heyday, buddy, they could go.
That's right. That's right. I used to be somebody for sure. No doubt about it. Now I pull my hamstring thinking about running full speed. So, Coach, we appreciate it so much.
Guys, be good. Bye-bye.
You as well. LSU head coach Kim Mulkey. I mean, incredible insight, not just basketball. I mean, obviously our team's awesome. They're scoring 100 points per game. They won last time out 112-35. So, we appreciate the basketball insight, the best basketball mind around. But just into life, into the coaching world, into all things LSU, that was fantastic. All right, we'll take a break. I know we're long for it. More OTB when we come back live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
In South Louisiana, you can always count on good people coming together to help our children.
At Dreams Come True, we grant wishes for Louisiana children with life-threatening illnesses. But to do this, we need funds.
That's why we're trying to raise $100,000 for Dreams Come True by giving away the Blessed Builder School.
Make your backyard's dream come true while helping our kids.
Just go to dreampoolla.com and you can find out how your $25 donation might help win you a Duplessis pool.
Lockmair to Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades. But our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lockmair to Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All All right, welcome back in OTB. Real quick here in this segment before we get to hour number 3, Billy Lucci is reporting, and of course, Billy Lucci, Texags, has everything Texas A&M covered. He is confirming a report out of Manhattan, Kansas, that Texas A&M offensive coordinator Colin Klein is to take over for retiring Kansas State head coach Chris Klieman. Klein obviously played at Kansas State, and this is the only place I'm seeing it, but if Lucci has it, unless he got hacked, Lucci knows everything Texas A&M. So
once he reports info like I do,
Colin Klein to K-State. Chris Klieman is not somebody that I thought was retiring, but as the Aggies get ready for a playoff run, feels like big news.
Yeah, it does feel like big news, but if Weiss can do it, he can certainly do it. He can probably still coordinate for that team if they get in.
Yeah, and we'll get to the Weiss part of him going back to Oxford.
Yeah.
You heard Coach Mulkey talking about it. We'll get into it when it jumps back here, hour number 3 of OTB.
Off the bench.
Coaching carousel, man. It is forever spinning. All right, we've been telling you about the warehouse sale over there at the Marucci Hitter's House, and well, it's going on right now, and it is such a great time to go take full advantage of it because we know that you've got spring baseball right around the corner. And I know for me and my boys, that starts up here in a couple of weeks. You start getting ready. You start practicing. So go ahead and take advantage, right, of all those incredible deals during the warehouse sale, right? You still got some days left here, but obviously you want to get there. You want to get the best of the best, and so go take full advantage of that. You can find more information about it at MarucciSports.com. Take advantage now. Don't miss out this baseball season. Play with the best, and that is Marucci.
Yeah, I mean, Marucci Sports, Marucci Bats, everything. It's Baton Rouge, baby. So go, whether it's gloves, whether it's bats, whatever. Go to the Hitter's House. Go check it all out. Support Marucci, MarucciSports.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google. Based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Santa's Little Helpers, Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn, are taking over Off the Bench, presented by All Star Toyota. Tune in for some naughty and nice sports talk this Christmas season. Live from Raising Cane's studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back here. Off the Bench. Hour number 3. Man, what a show. Before we get this next segment started, before we get into a little bit more recruiting news, I want to tell you about RejuveMe, RejuveMeMedical.com. One of our newest partners here at Off the Bench. We are so fired up. The people over there, how that business has grown has been incredible. And they've grown because they do things the right way. They are Louisiana's leader for the last 10 years in hormone replacement therapy. It's something like it's really, I think at one point people were a little bit like nervous, bashful to talk about that back in the day, but not anymore, man. I think everybody understands that things happen. There's ways to fix how your body ages and how you're feeling. So, men, if you're feeling a little down, if you're feeling a little in the dumps, if you're a little lower libido, the energy that charisma that you used to have as your younger self, man, get it back. Just go get those free labs. If you call them, book ahead, 20% off those labs that you get, just to check underneath the hood, see what's going on, man. There's a fix for it. So go check them out. They got so many services for you, your wife, whoever it is. So go check them out. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Absolutely.
All over the state too.
Fired up to have them back. They are. If you're listening to us in Louisiana, there's a location near you. Find that location. RejuveMeMedical.com. All right. So we have had a couple of signings come in for LSU. Safety Isaiah Washington officially became a Tiger about 30 minutes ago. You have safety Aiden Hall, which Alondra told us that was about 45 minutes ago. You have cornerback Des Ellis. That was about an hour ago. And so Braden Allen was the last one we told you about, receiver. You get a flip there. Big get for LSU. But, and this is just me speculating, you get 3 DBs to sign back-to-back-to-back.
Yeah.
Is that some news? Pretty good sign, maybe pointing towards Corey Raymond, right?
Yeah. Is this like, were these guys that were all DBs kind of like on the fence? Because I know yesterday was kind of like turmoil, like so much news back and forth. I mean, I would think most of the defensive people would have been the ones saying, "Hey, we're just gonna wait for a second,
right,
just to see how it all plays out." Is this any?
It is
this
for me.
Writing on the wall.
I mean, it is for me.
Like it feels good about Blake too.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah, maybe
for sure. Like. I hope for Blake again too. Like, you just don't need to hire that guy. He's a bad guy.
No, terrible.
Bad human.
And he's ugly.
Red flags.
So ugly.
Mm-hmm. So ugly. Doesn't have swag
even look
at all.
Good when he's coaching.
Nope. Doesn't connect with the youth. You know?
Sleeves.
Yeah. Can't hire a coach without sleeves.
Wears sleeves, trying to show up the kids.
Trying to do too much. You know.
Terrible.
Gross.
Yeah.
Don't hire him,
Tulane.
It's like Claire Danes.
True. Claire Danes does be overacting.
She's always
always
that lip just
it's
stays
that bottom lip.
Always frowning.
It's always shaking.
Always. Like, it's not that serious, Claire.
Yeah, so you know how Anderson and Lamar Brown both delayed signing?
Right.
Like Aiden Hall and Richard Anderson are teammates at Edna Carr. So hopefully Aiden Hall is getting into his head like, all right, man, just sign already. But I don't know. It does make me feel good about Corey mostly.
Yeah, me too. And look, I don't know that you're going to get everybody to stay. Do you want to? Yeah, you got relationships, and we know how important some people are. Certainly, maybe not even on the field, but off the field in recruiting, right? But I do know Corey Raymond on and off the field is very important.
Yeah.
Like what he does off the field for recruits. Like you got a recruit from California saying, yeah, I'll be there if he's there, right? The job he's done with Mansour Delane, the job he's done, I mean, we could go through the list, but just on this team, DJ Pickett's a true freshman. He's out there, and of course he's a talented kid, but he's here because of Corey Raymond, right? He's the next in line for an All-American corner at LSU. So, like, that guy being in place is as important as anybody. Like it's Blake Baker, it's Corey Ramey. Like those are the two guys right now.
And we all know
you
that here in
focus on.
Louisiana, LSU people, and I'm sure Lane knows that as well. But like, also he just got here. Like you would expect a new coach, especially that's given all the keys to the vehicle, like he is. Like to at least he still has to do his due diligence, right, on Corey and Blake and everybody. Even though we already know as fans, as followers of LSU, we know like that's the obvious choice. You got to figure out a way to keep that guy. But you also understand like Lane's he's got to at least talk with these guys and figure out different options. Because I'm sure this man right here, as being whoever his agent is getting a lot of calls.
Yeah.
Right, he's getting a lot of calls right this second. So there's that situation, and I'm sure everybody wants to improve their contractual situation as well, just like everybody in life. Improve your standing. But we'll see. Who's the kid from California that his father said? Haven Finney.
Yeah, I know, and that one hasn't come in yet.
Yeah, if that one comes in, that's a good sign.
That's the best sign.
Shea Dixon told us that Haven Finney, quarterback, I guess California. Dad said if Corey Raymond is coaching, he will be there.
Yeah, again, I've seen him do it as a GA. The lowest you can be on the coaching depth chart. He's done it from that point back when he was with us. Like you saw, okay, this guy's he's gonna be special.
Yep.
And I remember having those conversations, and then like he just continues to elevate. He leaves, goes to Florida, and you felt it, and you get him back, and now you feel it in the good way because you get Mansour Delane, you get DJ Pickett to play at an incredibly, high level, and it's not just the corners. Like we talked about what Jake Olson's done, the safeties coach, what he did, like AJ Halsey playing at a high level, TaMarcus Cooley playing at a high level. So yeah, man, this defensive staff can stay intact right now with what you have on offense. Be a special run.
Well, I got a big update, big recruiting update.
Oh no,
it's disappointing.
Oh,
I'm kind of nervous about what you think you're about to say.
Like I'm a little upset about it.
All right,
we got our first backward L picture.
No, with Lane.
No, not with Lane.
Oh, okay. The recruit was doing
It's a recruit. They posted a picture.
Look.
They were with Lane, was in the picture. Actually, Lane's not throwing up an L.
Where's the picture?
It's Shea posted it.
Oh, Shea posted.
It was a family member of a signee.
Well, because
I'm going to go with it's residual from the Brian Kelly area. I don't want to speak for Lane, but I think Lane is probably going to. He's not. It doesn't seem like a back. He looks like he finger pistoled the other day, like a pew pew. I don't think he's backwards
awkward.
L. I think it's just residual backward L's right now from the Brian Kelly. Moms can do no wrong.
Yeah.
So
it's fine. I'll give her that.
But I don't want it to be a trend. I don't want this to continue. People, recruits, families of recruits. Lane Kiffin, I know you're listening.
You hate this so much.
Let's fire the backward L with let it go with Brian Kelly. Give it a buyout if you need to.
So what do you want her to do with her left arm? Just do it backwards?
Or don't do anything.
Just don't do it.
Put it on
but
your
everybody's
hip.
doing it. Boom, boom, boom.
Lane's not doing it.
He's doing an L though.
Put your left hand on your hip.
Yeah, Lane's
and then
doing an
put your
L.
right hand up.
Yeah, you just you could go. You
Flex.
Could you could go backwards.
Why does it bother you so bad though?
I just don't know why the L's.
It's bothered Matt. The first time Brian Kelly did it, I'm in a group chat with him. He's like, "Can't get behind this guy."
Okay, because he backward L'd. He got on a rotating turntable and did the Pulp Fiction eyes.
Yeah.
He put kids in a toy box when they signed. Like, there were some cringy things, and the backwards L just stuck, and it's gross. So let's just I want everyone to agree with me. So I'm just gonna ask you, can we agree that let's cancel it? I know cancel culture is we're kind of past cancel culture, but let's cancel the backward L. Can we do that?
It doesn't affect me like it does you, but since you are
so passionate
in the
about
wolf pack,
yeah,
and you have that passion, I'll get behind it with you.
Thank you.
I think it's stupid for sure.
Let me get one more in.
Dumb. It's really dumb. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Like again, mothers you can do it. Can't do no wrong. So if your son signs,
I'm just giving you some
want to do it,
advice.
but it's just advice. It's residual backward L's from the Brian Kelly era. Let's get rid of it.
Retire it.
Yep. Buyout. It's gone.
I haven't seen any updates about any other recruits or any decommitments or anything. So
the L was not a thing, by the way. When
the L, I don't know why it's a thing.
Who started the L?
Well, like,
I'm sure, I have no idea.
Usually, it was the people that ran to pick up the boot that started the L. The clean jerseys.
The clean
I'm
jersey.
dead.
No. You never went and picked up the golden boot, Bo?
No, the old clean jerseys. I think they started the L. I don't know. Somebody actually who texted us one time when we were on the air talking about it. Was it Bonnet that texted us?
Oh,
That
I
it
think
started
Bonnet
with-
did say.
Oh, you say start with track?
Track or
I
soccer?
think so.
Gosh, that's a good memory there. You got.
I'm not really.
I know.
When it comes to names, no, it's not.
The track team started the L back in the 1990s.
Okay.
He said it took a while to catch on with football.
Got it. Well, it
All
shouldn't
right.
have.
Shout out to Michael Bonnet.
I don't
Great
like
info.
it. I don't like the L, but it's I can live with it. Backward L, I can't live with. Someone in the chat earlier, we were talking ish about Blake Baker, directly to the Tulane people.
Yeah.
He
to Tulane only.
He hates football.
Yes.
He hates football so much he wears a baseball cap.
Absolutely.
Well, I've worn a baseball cap. for
He
years,
would rather
too.
be a baseball player or a baseball coach than
Look at that.
a football coach. Don't do it.
Ugh.
I remember. So
you want that to be your head?
I started wearing.
Lame.
I started wearing the same baseball hat. Mine was mostly because I've got a big ass head, and like those little the little one they got like with the little tie in the back that you kind of pull to adjust.
Yeah.
Like those fit, but it kind of looks like a yarmulke on my head. So I went with the baseball hat too.
Yep.
And I remember the baseball equipment guy. Shout out to my guy Mongo. He was like, I see, you got the baseball hat here on the football sidelines. I was like, yeah, because Jay Johnson is a dog
Right.
and wins championships. I'm trying to bring some of that magic over here to the gridiron. It didn't work this year, but
The gridiron?
it's loading. Oh, I like that.
Thank
Ooh,
you.
Hold on.
I-
Did you just come up with something?
Yep,
Maybe.
sure did. The gridiron. Have you ever met a fitted cap that fit you? I haven't.
Yeah, like the LSU baseball ones, yeah.
They don't fit me.
I go
for
7
whatever reason.
3/4.
It's all about the snapbacks.
Big ass head.
Well, it's a snapback that's special
It's
for
a
large
special-
heads.
it's a
So
special
don't act
snapback.
like it's like just you're not going to Lids and grabbing the first hat that you see that's a snapback and it
No,
fitting that
I've
dome.
wasted dollars at hat stores. And people have wasted dollars giving me free hats. I'm like, people give me free hats now. I'm like, just don't give it to me. Don't give it to me.
I feel so bad. Those people that give them to you and they're like this LSU special, and I'm like, yeah, it's going straight to the kids and Katie. Here you go. Here's
Yep.
a new hat.
Going straight to that big plastic bin in my closet that I hadn't opened in years,
You a
except to
hoarder?
throw in new hats in.
You a hoarder?
Not really. It's like hats that either mean something that I actually keep.
Like AFC West Division champs.
Nah.
That's as good as I've got. I don't
Super
have anything
Bowl.
else.
Super Bowl.
I don't have those.
Some kind of sad news
Oh, no.
from
Oh, boy.
basketball. Did y'all see this?
Oh, Jalen Reed.
Man, this makes me I feel so bad for him. So
I
Jalen
know.
Reed is out for the season. He tore his Achilles versus
Oh,
Drake.
man.
But he had just came back from a season-ending knee injury
know.
last season.
Brutal.
So it just sucks. Like I just feel so bad for him, and like he's really good off the bench, and he's a redshirt junior, so he can come back next season if he wants. But it just sucks. Like I feel bad for him.
Yeah, man, you put that much time and effort into
Like coming back.
yeah, getting back on the court, and like we've all had injuries, right? We've all had those ones that take 3, 5, 6 months to come back from. I remember having microfracture after my rookie year, and it's not fun. You want to rehab every single day, and it's all that you really know, and you try to be yourself, and you can't be for a long time, and you got a little hitch in your get up, and then you're a little bit nervous. Man, if I'm doing this, am I going to do it again? And unfortunately for him, that he does. And you know, the basketball team as a whole, like it's a good win against Drake, and you've got some good wins, and you beat the hell out of DePaul after that. But yeah, because I mean,
he was giving you some really good
I'm about to say he's
depth.
giving you like 18 to 22 minutes off the bench.
Yeah.
You know,
He was averaging 57% from the field, 20 of 35, 9.5 points per game, 5.7 rebounds. So it's a lot of production coming off the bench that you're missing.
And I can't even begin to understand what, like, emotionally what he's dealing with right now, because of course we've dealt with injuries, but certainly a season and an injury, and you coming back, like how much emotions that takes just to get back, right? And the work and the effort and the time and not only your time, but trainers' time. Like, everything, and then to do it again, like I can't understand, but I can certainly sympathize, and heart goes out to him.
Also just hit tight end J.C. Anderson flipped from Ole Miss and signed with LSU.
So that one is official. I know that he committed. Okay, that's a good one, man. That's a top
4-star
10 tight end, and let me tell you, the tight end is a position that Lane Kiffin is going to utilize.
Yep.
And so you pair that with Trey Green, obviously, and you've got pretty good tight end room now. You fell short there. You get Bauer Sharp from Oklahoma. Yeah, I think you were looking for more production from him, blocking and certainly as a receiver. So, I would assume maybe even get an older player out of the portal. You pair that with some young talent and kind of a cheat code with Trey Green. And, God, I get giddy thinking about what they can do with him compared to how he was utilized over the last couple of months.
Has Lane ever had anybody like him?
I can think of.
Like Trey Dez?
Yeah.
Not off the top of my head.
There's not many humans walking the earth.
Right.
Your only good play has been the oop-de-oop.
I know.
It was popularized by Varsity Blues.
Yeah, where you put 4 receivers to one side and you single up the other receiver, and everybody kind of knows the ball's going there. And it hadn't mattered because he's a giant.
Averaged 40 points a game.
It was on Mississippi Valley State.
Mississippi Valley State, that's what I said.
Golly, know your Varsity Blues, bruh.
This was posted 5 minutes ago by our guy Shea. Go check him out on Twitter. With the additions, so this was before I don't know. You guys are the pros with the handles. This is before the tight end news came out.
Okay.
The addition of 4-star receiver Corey Barber, LSU just moved into the top 10 on Rivals.
Let's go
on the recruiting class. So let's go. So now we just got another 4-star added to it, right?
Yeah, we flipped him earlier.
Okay, so what's up?
So to kind of tell you, for tight end J.C. Anderson, if you go and you look at all the other people that have signed, well, they took, the official visits and they dressed in the uniform. And so they've got the video with all the different looks in the LSU uniform. And this is just him in a mock-up because this was an Ole Miss commit. He was going to Ole Miss and he follows this staff to LSU. So this was somebody that he is coming to Baton Rouge because of how much he enjoyed that staff there at Ole Miss.
And we talked about this at the beginning of the show. But when you are a player out of high school or in a transfer portal for that matter, and you are deciding to go to a university to play football, and you look at all the reasons: coaches, tradition, opponents, opportunity, depth chart, the system that you're going into. Usually, if you put all that into a pie chart, the biggest slice of pie is going to be coaches. You are going there because you have a personal relationship with a coach. You like the system that he runs. So the biggest determining factor for most of these people is coaches. So it is no surprise that there are flips that were committed to Ole Miss, and Lane Kiffin would flip to LSU. And again, in the same breath, there's no surprise that people that were committed to LSU would be wait and see for a little bit. And that's why there was a little bit of turmoil yesterday. But these are human beings making decisions. And they're going to make the decision the biggest slice of that pie, the biggest reason people go somewhere is because of the coach. You fall in love with the university a little bit afterwards, but the reason why you go from the beginning is usually because of the coach.
Yeah, and there's more Ole Miss coaches that have been added to this staff over the last 24 hours. Well, officially, Lou Spanos, defensive analyst, I saw him in the building yesterday. Dane Stevens going to be the quarterback coach for the Tigers moving forward. And so not a lot of defensive staff movement here. Now, Spanos was a long-time NFL coach, coach for Washington when LaRon Landry was there. Perry Riley was there for a long time. So a lot of NFL experience, certainly a lot of college experience too, but that's somebody that's been in the coaching world for a very, very long time. And then Stevens comes over as the quarterback's coach. So the offensive staff pretty much, is kind of finalized. You're looking, obviously, running back, but you've got an inside receivers coach, you got a receivers coach, you got a quarterback coach. So we'll see what it looks like to kind of finalize the offensive staff, but really defense, it's probably in the wait and see process.
Yeah, for sure, and understandably and rightfully so. But right before we go to break, I just want to bring up one more thing. There's someone in the chat saying in national rankings are going to be different rankings on different sites. So this guy says LSU is 12th nationally. He said that's mid if we're being honest with ourselves. But go back and listen to what Shea Dixon told us earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Like the numbers are not there. So the quantity of players aren't necessarily going to be there. I think he said we're looking at about 15 signees potentially. But if you look at the average ranking of every player, I think he said 4-star was like 90% and 90 to 96 or something, like 5 stars are 96 or 7 and above. If you look at the average ranking, I believe he said LSU, like per signee, is I think second in the country behind Oregon.
Yeah, he said average rating of player that signed with you or is going to sign with you is second in the country. So it's quality over quantity, like you mentioned when we had Shea on there. So
and that's going to affect the overall rankings that you're seeing. So like for LSU to be in a top 10 with not that many signings is pretty substantial.
Yes, and then you're going to leave some spots open there for the transfer portal, as we all know. There's going to be some real movement in the portal for LSU, probably more than it's ever had before, because look, that's what Lane Kiffin's been really good at is identifying talent in the portal.
And you got $25 million.
Yep, got a lot of money to play with there in the portal.
I want to go.
And I want to see please, the retention of your roster too, of players. Like Lane's played LSU every year. He's been at Ole Miss. He knows these guys. He knows the ones that gave him headaches when they were planning to play LSU. He knows the ones that they were like, hey, we're going to pick on this guy. We're being honest with ourselves. Hey, we were picking on this guy when we played LSU, right? He doesn't fit what we want to do. There's going to be some of that too, right, wrong, or indifferent. So there's going to be a lot of movement on the roster. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly going to be those guys. I mean, you got 5 losses this year, so there's going to be changes made.
All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com, the website for Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. When you go to the website, you're going to be able to do a lot of different things. You can have a chat with a live agent. You can check out cases they can handle for you, past client results, all right there on the homepage of the website. We always encourage you to give them a call, have that conversation with them, set up a consultation. And no matter where you're listening to us in Louisiana, Alexandria, Shreveport, Monroe, wherever, we are talking to you. Put your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
That's right. We saw the Gord father the other day at the initial press conference for Lane Kiffin. We know the work with the G team. I'm sure the team over there is licking their chops for the G team with all these new signees and transfer portal, all this good stuff, man. And we know the great work they've done for LSU and in the community. But look, if you've been injured, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys are here to fight for you all over the state of Louisiana. Doesn't matter where you are. Call 888-8888. Let them fight for you and get what you deserve. GetGordon.com.
With all the delicious chicken finger options, it was an impossible decision.
How about a box combo? Good. Now what can I get for you?
No, I want a Caniac combo with extra cane sauce, no slaw, 2 extra toast, and a half sweet tea, half lemonade.
Celebrate the holidays with Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Oh, okay. Little 6th grade, Ridgewood Raiders, middle school dance. I almost got out there to dance to this one. Almost.
Mm-hmm. Guys on one side of the basketball court, girls on the other side.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
I had bobbed out there, moved my shoulders a little bit.
You had a couple people that hit puberty early. They
Let
were the
old
ones on the
Susie
dance.
Q know that I almost got out there.
Uh-huh. Not sure. Why are only the kids in 8th grade with mustaches out there?
That was pre-Evangel. We didn't have mustaches.
That's true.
That was Ridgewood Middle School. Shout out to the Raiders. Not even sure if that's still a school anymore, but if it isn't, it should be. Shout out. Great colors. Charger colors.
Did y'all see this Diego Pavia stuff?
No.
That he asked Trump to sign an executive order to expand the playoff to 16 teams.
Perfect.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Love it. You think they could pull that
God,
off in 2 weeks?
I want Vandy to get in so bad, but
right now they're not.
I know. They're going to need some help.
They're the first 4 out.
I know.
Is Texas
is first 4 out. It's Texas, Vandy, Utah, and USC. Miami is in.
So like runner-ups if any team gets sick or anything, they can fill in.
I don't
if
know.
their quarterback gets hurt, like we've seen that before.
Head coach leaves.
Well, they actually weren't affected by that at all. They're still 6th.
Yeah. Because
their offensive coordinator.
Because our head coach, in the goodness of his heart, sent him our offensive coordinator to save him.
Yeah. Almost y'all,
And then
y'all owe
Keith
us one.
Carter's petty ass was like, "Yeah, come on."
I know.
He got on the plane too.
I know.
Ole Miss, y'all owe us one. Like, Lane is so good. He's so charitable.
Yeah.
He's giving you our offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Would you want the tight ends coach calling plays, or you want Weiss?
Jeez. Wow. Y'all owe us one, Ole Miss.
I don't know the tight ends coach, but I'm just, like Matt said earlier, it's usually who we attack.
Can you imagine that guy walking back in the building, though? Awkward.
Yeah.
And now, like,
I mean, his dad's been a head coach for a long time.
awkward.
Like, he probably,
Yeah. And now you got, like,
you know,
players.
he knows the game.
Players from Ole Miss now saying, like, no, what Lane said's a lie. We actually didn't say we wanted him to keep coaching.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. That's like,
I don't really care. I care about 3 letters, one school.
But Weiss, we cool.
We
good.
So A&M's offense coordinator reports are he's going to go coach at Kansas State. Ohio State's offense coordinator reports are he's going to go coach at South Florida. So, like, this coaching carousel is not over. That's Brian Hartline, by the way. We played against him in the national championship game.
Sure did.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Him and Marcus Freeman.
What position did Brian Hartline play?
Receiver.
Okay. Just making sure.
Look at
He played a long time in the NFL, so if you didn't know
I
who
know
that
him from
was-
the NFL, not from Ohio State.
Did you know we played against him? I mean, you're the quarterback, so I guess you wouldn't like game playing against him.
I did not know.
Okay. I
knew at one point.
He was a punt returner.
I never,
so
it was never a connecting point when I saw him playing in
the NFL.
NFL.
Okay, when you think of that Ohio State team, first name you thought of?
2, Laurinaitis.
Yeah.
And Goldston.
Vernon Goldston.
Vernon Goldston. A
Top
guy.
5 pick. I don't know if he ever had a career sack in the NFL.
Top 5, like, maybe
Get
like
off
a
the bus
statue.
team?
Off the bus team. Are you kidding
No
me?
doubt.
Gah.
No doubt.
Cardell Stewart worked him.
Relatively. There's a couple chips that I remember
won.
in that game.
We won.
Yeah, Larry Nice was a dog.
How did Kentucky, who fired their coach after everybody else did, get a coach before Penn State did?
Wild.
No one wants to dance with Penn
Sataki,
State.
like we talked about, like he's like, no,
Yeah.
I played
He signed
fullback
an
at
extension.
BYU. I'm staying here.
That's wild because the reports were coming out that they were closing in on a deal with him.
Yeah.
And then BYU's like, psych.
I know.
Extension.
And look, BYU's been consistent, so it's not like I'm hating on BYU, but like you're Penn State and you can't convince the BYU coach to come.
Not a good look.
Yeah.
Where are you doing? Where are you going?
Well, it looks
Does
like
this end with Brian Kelly going to Penn State?
maybe Willie Fritz is being floated around.
Willie just got to Houston.
Yeah.
I'm still confused about this Dayball situation because he was like the lock as soon as he got fired.
To Penn State?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless you, Cassie.
What did
they really need you to pipe down over there, Cassie?
Yeah.
Real loud all day long.
Anyway.
It's just really funny.
Sucks
Like
to
this
suck.
Penn State stuff is cracking me up.
Sucks.
It's like
to
they were
suck.
big game hunting. They went like after Cignetti and
They-
Freeman.
They thought they were. Woo. I
Then
mean,
I kind of lost in this all too. It's like, who's Ole Miss going to sign? Like, are they going to just stick with?
Golding's it.
Is he? Like
Yeah.
they said, you're
that's
you're
it.
it.
Yeah, he's the
okay.
coach.
It's
That
not
feels
no
like a
interim on
panic.
it,
No, there's no interim.
Nope.
Like, he's the guy.
That feels like a panic.
bro.
Like,
I mean, come on, penny loafers.
We'll see.
Wow.
It feels like there's not going to be any
I'm
in between.
about
It's
to
either
send
going to
Cassie that
be
picture.
either going to be successful or it's going to be Zach Arnett 2.0 at Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But you talked about it all getting off the bus team.
Yep.
How about with this new signing for LSU?
Did you check the stats on this?
This is from Shea.
I'm just asking. Hey,
I did not check the stats on this.
If we if
trusting
you check,
Shea.
yeah, I'm
We're
saying if
trusting
you-
Shea.
Right, that's
Tweets
checking
out
the stats.
the number 11 tight end in America, who's been committed to Ole Miss since July 1, has signed with LSU.
Mm-hmm.
And 6'7", 240 pounds. So yeah, you heard it right. That means there's in the tight end room between two guys a total of 13 feet 2 inches there. 2 6'7" guys. Yeah, you can do this with your hands if you want.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
Now, I did not fact check Shea on his measurables because he wouldn't put it out there. But that's two guys that, I mean, if you're just looking at the size, good Lord.
And again, like he's got a great plan with tight ends. Tight end was an issue in our game, and that's how they closed out the game. If you remember, throwing the throwback to the tight end coming across the formation there. So that is it's a big deal. Literally, he's 6'7".
It was a very tall deal.
All right,
Oh, drink of water. Drinking my high. God, these guys, can you believe it? These recruits are about to get their hands on like all you can drink my high.
So much hydration.
Do you think that's probably part of the sell?
Yeah, like you get my high if you come, and they're like sold.
Like as much as you want.
I mean, let me tell you something. The Texas A&M linebacker was like, he was a good interview, but once he found out I had free my high for him, I was his best friend. He loved me.
Yeah. I mean, you
He's
kidding
like,
me?
what? I gave him a hat, and he thought that was gold. And I'm like, man, I know how much you make in NIL, and this hat is making you really excited.
It's as good as gold, buddy. Perfect hydration. Performance enhancing.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Great hydration enhances your performance.
Oh, okay.
Not
Well,
a PED.
Right.
Relax over there, pal.
I mean, you said performance enhancing, and I started thinking like Jose Canseco.
I know. Wish.
You want Jose Canseco on the team? Oh yeah, you're a big Rangers fan.
Oh, yeah, of
1990s
course.
Rangers.
Yeah.
May he be hitting bombs?
Yeah, he would.
90s Rangers, all
Yeah.
slow pitch softball team.
When we don't have it, today's not the day.
gotta go.
Today's not
That's
the
right.
day, and we have to go. But if you ever have a chance, go back and listen to Hanging with Hester, the OG days, like 2018.
Yep.
We put together our starting 9 slow pitch softball team, and it was elite.
It was
I'll just tell you
very
that.
elite.
I'm intrigued.
Anyway,
Yeah.
From a recruiting standpoint, guys, LSU fans, when you think of our tight end room, you can say it. 6'7".
I hate this so much.
I hate it.
Sorry.
I hate it so much. I'm going to go to break. More OTB.
Love you guys, though.
Off the bench.
What about Tommy's? You love Tommy's?
I love Tommy's.
GEAUX, Tommy's with the Y.com.
I love it. It's also good to say, yo, Tommy!
Go Tommy's. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. When you go to the website, you'll clearly see the difference. You'll also see the awards year after year after year. They are the best windows, and that's not just lip service. That is multiple publications, not just one, right? So everybody sees it. You'll see it as well. Go to the website, see what they can do for you. Schedule the consultation, and check out the custom jobs that they've done on their website. They've got a gallery of work. You'll be blown away. Go Tommy's.com.
Yeah, if you got a project happening, maybe you're building a house, maybe you've been in design, maybe you just got to replace a couple of windows or some doors or whatever it is. Like if you have something, yeah, you're going to call some people. You're going to get some prices. You want the best deal for you and your family, but make sure you call Tommy's just to see what they can do for you. They can show you their gallery. They can show you exactly the service you're going to get because they're going to work with integrity. They're dependable and professional. Most importantly, when you have your house ripped open, they are efficient. Go check them out. GoTommys.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Attention diesel mechanics. River Parish Contractors has an immediate full-time opening with benefits. Valid licenses and TWIC card is required to apply. Call or text Big Jake today at 985-479-9858 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on Apply Now. Come be part of the team that values hard work, has a high standard of excellence, and delivers projects on time and safely. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
In South Louisiana, you can always count on good people coming together to help our children.
At Dreams Come True, we grant wishes for Louisiana children with life-threatening illnesses. But to do this, we need funds.
That's why we're trying to raise $100,000 for Dreams Come True by giving away the Blessed Builders School.
Make your backyard's dream come true while helping our kids.
Just go to dreampoolla.com and you can find out how your $25 donation might help win you a Duplessis pool.
Supreme Jasmine is premium American-grown rice. From local farms to your table, every grain is supreme. Pick up a bag of Jasmine or any other of our Supreme American rice.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
When you can't rely on technology.
Yes. It's me again. And I'm back.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Take it easy, Alondra. Children are listening.
Golly.
Shouldn't they be in school right now?
Well, if they're sick, you know.
Yeah. Well, they're watching The Price is Right if they're sick.
Yeah.
I mean, if teachers actually want their kids to learn something in school, maybe turn on OTB.
So one of the names to watch throughout the day for a flip watch is going to be Landon Duckworth, quarterback who's committed to South Carolina. Certainly one that Shea put on everyone's radar this morning when he joined us. And if you missed that, you can go back and listen to it. Shea Dixon joined us at 7:15 this morning to give you all the latest and greatest when it comes to all the rumors and whispers and the Fong bombs, as they call them over there on 3.
Duckworth, you say?
Yeah.
Quack, 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 Mr. Duckworth.
There's a lot of possibilities. And apparently, like, he goes by Duck, which I don't, for a quarterback.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Duck Hodges. I mean, I guess he wasn't.
Right, but, like, you don't want to throw ducks.
But it could work.
It could work?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's some names that just go.
Yeah, like Duck, yeah.
Well, yeah, for sure. And I'm saying, like, but you don't want to throw a duck.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Quentin Jammer being a corner, that was elite.
That's pretty good.
Like the new strength coach, Nick Savage, being a strength coach.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yep. I mean, you could see him walking around going like this, right? A little duck quack.
He runs for a touchdown, and he's in the end zone like this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're selling me.
Get ducked up.
Quack, quack.
Get ducked up. Okay.
Yeah, kind of like that.
All right, I like it.
When I throw you this bomb, don't duck.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm reaching.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Fine. We're all reaching.
Hey, all these, Cassie, great idea. All these ideas are great ideas. Great.
Nailed it. Kiffin would put in a play called the Flying V, I think. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I'm sure he would do that. Then we were looking it up. The antagonist in the Mighty Ducks, his name was, do you remember his name?
Duckworth. Mr. Ducksworth.
Gerald Duckworth.
Yeah.
Who created the team,
Quack, quack,
sponsored
quack.
the team. Quack, quack, quack.
Inside the Gamecocks, which obviously covers South Carolina, it just put out a tweet a minute ago. Landon Duckworth, 4-star quarterback who has been committed to South Carolina twice in the process, is set to flip to LSU, according to sources.
He's been committed twice to them?
That's what it says, Bo.
Didn't sound like a very good commitment.
Soft launch.
That's fair.
Not
That's
a hard
fair
launch.
point, right?
The relationship never went official. It was never social media official.
They were in the talking stage.
They were. And then South Carolina thought they were there.
Yeah, but they never DTR'd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I got a question for you. You can answer this.
Okay.
So I've always there's conversations in life that you have to have with people, whether it's like a breakup or you have to fire somebody, or like there's hard conversations we all dread having.
Right.
Making that call, seeing that person face to face, whatever it is. Like, and you're nervous about it. Your palms are sweaty. Like, you
knees
can't
weak,
sleep
arms
the
are
night
heavy.
before.
Yeah.
When you decommit to somebody, I get, hey, Malka.
When you decommit.
When you decommit somewhere,
this.
it's one of those conversations. So you were committed to Texas.
I was for a long time.
Tattoo to prove it. What was that conversation like when you called Texas? Who did you call? What did that conversation like? Was it like pretty matter of fact? Like, how did it go?
Yeah, it was, I mean, my parents are going to make me do it, which you should. Like, my son decommitted.
Like they're not calling and starting and introing you. Like, you gotta call.
Yeah. Hey, we got Jacob on the phone.
Yeah.
No. Talked to Mac Brown. He was fantastic. He understood.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a hard. I thought. Now, was I as a 18-year-old nervous as you know what? Absolutely. I'm calling the head coach of Texas. Mac Brown.
Hey, I promised you something.
I've been committed here for a long time, but that offer, like I was really kind of like banking on and hoping to get. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Saban is my primary recruiter. That's the only person I talked to. Like Kirk Dahl, because he had the territory, and Kirk was great.
Mm-hmm.
Still lives in Baton Rouge, but like it was Coach Saban, and like as soon as he like laid out the plan and told me what he thought I was going to be, like I called Mac Brown. I'm like, hey coach, I appreciate y'all. Y'all were one of the first teams to offer me a scholarship. I know a lot of guys from my high school have gone to Texas. There's a pipeline there, and I appreciate you thinking I'm good enough to play there. But I got my dream team to offer me.
Yep.
And LSU just offered, and Coach Saban pretty much. Look, it was late in the price. Like, hey, are you coming or not?
Right.
Like, we need to know.
You don't have a lot of clout.
Right.
So like,
he wanted me, but he's like, hey, like we got to move on. If not, he's like, I've been saving this scholarship with you in mind. So I called him. I said, hey, they offered, and I said, I cannot not go to LSU. It's like I've been, dreaming of going to LSU, and he was great. He goes, man, he said, I hope they wouldn't. I knew they would. It was like the thing he said. And he's like, I knew that we had you over everybody but LSU. And he said, I knew if that happened. Yeah, he's like, I knew if that happened that it would be tough to hold on to you.
Yeah.
But he's like, we appreciate you. If for whatever reason in the future something doesn't work out, call me. Now, every time I interview Mac Brown on SiriusXM, he starts with,
you a hard time.
You let me down.
Yeah.
Right? For sure.
Down, Heston.
But no, he was
that doesn't
great.
surprise me about him.
Yeah, he was great. If it was another coach, it probably been
that situation
tougher.
is probably like the easiest situation because you were an out-of-state guy, like the in-state guy did it, and I'm sure it was a little bit harder too.
And
Because
honestly, he probably thought Adrian Peterson was coming there too.
Right.
If I'm being honest, and so look, I've got a lot of confidence in myself. I was a good player. I wasn't a distant cousin relative to what Adrian Peterson was, right? So he probably thought that.
And I thought I bet it was a little bit hard too because and this is, I know we make fun of it a lot and make fun of you a lot on this, but as a 2-star guy, I'm sure they were the first big school blue blood to believe in you and reach out and make that. I mean, anybody's a risk, but make that offer.
The Texas offer, because my offer list didn't match up.
That was a big one. I didn't get a Texas offer.
Yeah,
they just signed Vince Young the year before. So that was a big one. Growing up in Texas, if they offered you, everybody was.
Yeah, and it's a little different now, but my offer list didn't match my stars. But once I got the Texas offer, then here came Notre Dame, here came Auburn, here came whoever.
Yeah,
all those started to come in. Yeah, for sure. So it was Texas for sure that kind of got the process started.
Yeah. So when we talk about this kid, Duckworth, Landon Duckworth, is committed 2 commitments to South Carolina. That second one, probably a little tough. Break up with the same girl twice. That's a toughie.
You've all been there.
I'm about to say
but I'm sure some are harder than others, right? Like yours is probably the easiest type conversation. Out-of-state guy, the in-state school offered, they understand that. But some of them, I'm sure some of these coaches make it tough. I remember the Baylor coach at the time, telling my dad. So my dad played at Baylor. My family went to Baylor. I grew up at Baylor games. Guy Morris, he had just been hired from Kentucky.
Yeah.
He was in our house, our home, basically telling my dad, I don't see why you're going to let your son go to LSU. Why wouldn't you send him to Baylor?
Oh, it was like that.
It was like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had Mac to call, not Guy Morris.
And I was never committed to Baylor.
Right.
It was why would you send him? You're going to let him go to Baton Rouge? The debauchery. My dad was like, yeah, you can go ahead and I'm a booster at LSU. I do everything for the alumni. I play there, but you could. Baylor, yeah. I'm a big, I'll do anything to support Baylor, but you can go ahead and see yourself on out of here.
Yeah. You put those ribs back on the plate that Ruth prepared for you, and you get the hell out of my house.
You say my wife's name right.
Yeah. And Coach Saban was so good at recruiting. I could tell Coach Saban recruiting stories and how basically he was like, yeah, you're not going to Texas. You're going to LSU. I was like, yes, sir.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yes, sir. All right. I want to tell you about Rouse's and Rouse's.com, right? You go check them out. Why am I giving you a website? Because they've got weekly specials. And you also find the location that is nearest you, and then you check those weekly specials out. And right now, the holiday season, probably hosting. Right? You got not just for Christmas and Christmas Day, you probably got a holiday party, right? Either your family's coming over, or maybe you got some friends from work that are coming over, maybe you're playing, Dirty Santa, whatever it might be. Well, go ahead and have the spread ready to go, and Rouse's is always going to have that for you. Go to Rouse's.com for all of your holiday needs. And for your Drink My High.
Yep.
.com or Rouse's.
No, Rouse's.
I may have lifted a couple of my highs yesterday from LSU. They were on the house. That's the only way I can get it on the house. Sorry. Actually, that's probably not the worst case scenario for you, though.
I'll go ahead and take them.
Exactly. I get it now.
You get it?
As soon as I said it, I get it.
Yeah. Daniel Basham in the chat says, Jake hit Nick Saban with a yes, chef.
No doubt. I remember being on the, I was at my friend's house. They had a pool in their backyard, and he called, and I run out in their backyard, and I'm on the diving board talking to him. Just sitting there on a diving board in the pool, and when he offered me, and basically it's go ahead and call Mac, right? Yes, sir. Yes, chef.
How'd you get the landline so far out in the diving board?
I had a cell phone.
Nokia?
I had a cell phone. Yeah.
The original?
Yeah.
The banana?
Yeah. The snake and the whole deal.
Not a big deal.
Yeah. All right. We'll take a break. Last break of the show. More OTB to wrap it up when we come back here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gcopnet.com, Gulf Coast Office Products, because, well, if you're in, engineering firm, law firm, university, bank, like when I need a document, I don't need it tomorrow. I need it today. And GCOP is going to give you the best customer service in the region. We can promise you that, because no matter if it's in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, the North Shore, Lafayette, when you call that number and you see the number right there, if you're watching this on YouTube, you see it on the homepage, there's going to be an actual human being that answers the phone. And that person, that one person, is going to be able to help you out. Not an answering service, not a computer, not an answering service. GCOPnet.com.
Yeah, like every day, I go to an office every single day for my business, and I can tell you, like, if the copier, if the scanner, if that shuts down, like business shuts down, it can't function. Like, as much as we like to run the digital world, it's the paper trail that matters. So when something happens at your office, no matter the size, make sure you get award-winning customer service and service team. Go check them out, GCOPnet.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
This menu is a masterpiece, delivers every time.
This is the worst party ever. Raising Cane's!
Let's go!
The party is saved!
Peter, Mr. Billingsley.
Celebrate the holidays with Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even JB could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of JB Falgu.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Reminder about our friends over at Boudreaux's Electrical. BoudreauxElectrical.com is the website. Check out the Boudreaux's booth right there on the homepage on the North Shore in the greater Baton Rouge area. Make sure you're ready to go for the holidays with that whole home generator. And yes, you have time to get that installed in your home, at your business. BoudreauxElectrical.com is the website.
Hey, what a great day.
Great day. LSU, pretty good day here. We'll see. I mean, I know Shea said Richard Anderson, Lamar Brown trending in a good direction. Landon Duckworth, you might possibly flip him from South Carolina to LSU, get a quarterback
according
in
to
this
a
class.
South Carolina report.
Yep, according
Not
to
Louisiana.
What was it? Gosh,
something.
Gamecock something. Yeah,
something or another.
Inside Gamecocks, I think is what it
Yeah,
is.
that sounds right.
We might not have the numbers of signings, but stars per capita. Look out, world.
Yep. And
the right ones. Don't have to get all of them. Just get the right ones.
Inside the Gamecocks was the
Before we go, Ryan Mire, I think is how you say it. He just signed.
from Miami. That was an Ole Miss commit that you get to flip
So
to LSU.
If I'm like in my head, is that 4 Ole Miss flips?
Corey Barber, him,
The tight end.
Tight end.
the tight end, and then
Somebody else.
I think
else.
is there
The
another
receiver?
one?
I thought it was
I think
3.
That's it.
Okay, 3. All right.
The other receiver that flipped that you're thinking about flipped
Oklahoma.
from OU.
That was LCA. Yeah, Oklahoma.
Yes.
So far, good day. Good
day
day
to be
for
a
the
Tiger.
LSU Tigers. It can only get better. Certainly going to be on the rest of the day. Lamar Brown and Richard Anderson watch. We'll have you covered here at 104.5.
Y'all have a great day, man. For real.
Scono.
They're going to crush it.
Live at lunch. Don't leave the station. Stay locked in all day long. We'll see you tomorrow. We love you. We thank you.
Go Tigers.
Off the bench.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.